Okay. Okay, I think we've finally done it. Oh my god.
Are we live on the internet?
It's the dumbest thing. It was the dumbest thing. I checked everything.
I,
I
I know
swear
you
I
do.
checked
I
everything.
know you
And then
do.
all of a sudden it went sideways.
And almost every time something goes a little wonky on you.
We did it. Okay, there. We're live on the internet.
We made it. Yay!
Success. Also confirms we are
Oh,
live with sound and video.
oh, beautiful. It's always good. Hello, Asa. Jealous of your coffee, tea, fruit, wine, and knitting. Think you're just short some crackers and cheese, my dear.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole charcuterie over there.
Which really just makes me want red grapes. Now I just want red grapes. And some decaf coffee. Red grapes and decaf coffee.
That's a weird combination.
I don't have any decaf coffee, and I haven't had decaf coffee for a while, so it would be really nice if I could treat myself to decaf coffee at some point this freaking quarter. And I don't complain about it often because all of us are suffering from the inflation issues.
It's a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh
Oops.
yeah. I
Let's
did
just
get to
silence that.
see. Ooh, good call. I have not silenced my phone. I did get to see the birthday colorway from Erin Fireweed Fabrico in person yesterday.
Ooh, how was that?
Whoa. I'm buying a DK tweed sweater quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. And it's one of those ones that looks radically different on different bases. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so, but I need the DK Tweety base one. Need the DK Tweety base one.
Well, I
It
hope
all
to
looks
view the
good.
pretties in person at some point.
She has marked down that when you're in town, so if you book a day before you come here,
Suppose I should
that you
do
want to
that.
do the ladies' day, we could do brunch and shopping. She, like me, need to know about a week in advance so we can adjust our schedule so we're free whatever day works for you.
Well, so far all the days work. So,
So what you're saying is we could just book you now and everybody else is SOL.
yes.
I am so game. We will do that once we're done this live. I will book
Perfect.
you. I will book you. It's not a problem. You know I love to book you ahead of everybody else. So stuff
Oh,
gets done.
I'm
I'm a fan of a schedule, folks. I'm a fan of a schedule. I understand that it doesn't always work out, but it's best to try. Best to try.
no plan survives first contact with the enemy.
No plan survives first contact with life. Let's be honest.
You know, the enemy.
I'm not sure I want to say life is my enemy.
I mean, some days.
Sure. But some days my cat's my enemy.
Also true.
Also true. All right. Are you ready for some whip sprints? We've reached that time.
Sure, yeah. What am I working on?
I
Red
have
whip.
no idea.
I'm so well prepared. The thing that I want to work on, I think, is in the living room right now.
Well, while Chad settles in and says hi, why don't you run to the living room and go grab what it is that you want to work on?
Yeah, okay.
Oh boy,
One moment,
guys.
everybody.
Guys,
Feeling so good
guys,
today.
guys. It's one of those days. Everybody's coming to chat. Hello, how was your week? How's it going? How's everything? Let's make a ton of comments for Diana to have to reply to. And she might be able to hear me from her headphones.
Very important.
Ah, it's a whip sprint day. Hope everyone's got some whips to work on. I'm super excited. I was going to sew pockets on a cardigan. I don't know where I've put my kit that keeps my darning needles.
Oh, that's an
It's not
important
where
thing to
I thought
find.
it was. So I'm gonna have to go looking after this and find it. Okay, cool. And my bread dough failed this morning.
Oh no, that's
So
probably the most disappointing thing.
it's been one of those days already today. And I don't
Oh
feel like
dear,
doing a
it's only half
second
over.
bread dough. I know. I don't feel like doing a second yeasted dough today, so I'm just gonna do a quick bread. We're just gonna do some bannock for supper tonight.
Yeah.
and sandwiches tomorrow. That should be fine. I did run across a vegan recipe for lox and cream cheese on bagels.
Those are inherently not vegan things.
I don't get me wrong, I love lox, just straight up, it's fine. But cream cheese and me, the dairy, is a problem.
Well, yes.
So I'm going to try making the vegan version, and I'm very excited to give it a shot. But I need tofu and carrots.
Hmm.
So it's gonna have to wait till I buy groceries for the month, sometime later this coming week. Then I will give it a try. Give it a try.
Oh, yes.
Could be good.
Katie was asking how many sprints are we doing?
We never know.
Until we get tired.
Pretty
At least
much, yeah.
4.
Usually, yeah. Yeah, a minimum of 4 after that. It's anybody's guess.
So the concept of a sprint, in case anybody's new here, is for 25 minutes, you put your phone away, you put your everything away, and you pick one project and you work on it focused for 25 minutes. And then we'll take a break and do it again. And you can work on the same thing for every single sprint if you want, or you can switch projects for every sprint. Point is, it's 25 minutes to just do the thing. So these work really
Be
well for
distracted.
those things that are like, I really just need to do thing, but you've been putting off thing for like a month. This is a good time to do the thing.
Yes, yes, it is.
This is a good time to also not measure every other row when you're trying to hit a particular measurement.
Which
So
just
I'm going to
doesn't
measure
help you.
before we start. So what's everybody working on for their first sprint while I measure here?
I'm going to work
Detach.
on my snow globe sock because I would like to make some progress on the snow globe sock because I'd like to be finished the snow globe sock. Because if I'm going to start the epic adventure known as Socks for Us,
Mm-hmm.
I need to get some socks off the needles first.
I'm at 8.5 of 10 inches.
You need, are you measuring every row, aren't you?
Well, I'm measuring now so that I know approximately. This tells me that approximately by the end of 25 minutes, it might be worth measuring again.
Okay.
Ah.
Will
What
I be
else
working
is
on my iron helmet on a
changing?
sprint? No, because it's a solid 45 minutes to an hour of focus, and I can get the iron helmet done, so I've left that to the side.
That's fair.
Because once I get going, I'm not going to want to stop until I'm done. But I can make some
Erin
content in it.
is alternating between one project and end weaving.
Ooh,
Smart.
yes. Yeah, I got to try out a sweater she's working on yesterday. I need that sweater. I need to make one. It's DK weight, so it'll actually be wearable for me in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm. What else? Sally's working on her crochet memories blanket. It's currently
Ooh,
her only WIP.
nice.
I don't remember the last time I had only one WIP. Like, I actually don't remember. That was so many years ago.
It tends to snowball. It tends to snowball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Also, I finished a pair of socks yesterday, and today has a new pair of socks on the needles and the Spring Equinox project. And she might find a blanket as well if she gets bored. Just finishing socks all the time. And Katie's maybe going to work on her Dustland shawl.
Ooh, nice.
I am aiming to finish the back panel of this cabled vest for a podcast anniversary that's supposed to be done in, what, 5 days?
Well, technically, Sunday will mark 6 days because April the 1st is Saturday.
Yeah, I can totally do an entire front panel with cables in 6 days, right? No, I can't. I am aware that that is nonsense.
Not with how you choose to spend your time. I'm going to phrase it that way.
That is a fair assessment.
Yeah.
And in typical live, one of us is eating breakfast or lunch or whatever you want to call.
Food for you? Isn't it breakfast for you?
Mm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I had leftover honey mustard chickpeas, rice, edamame beans, and veggies for lunch.
It's not that I wasn't up, I just didn't eat, so I mean, I guess you can call it breakfast.
Well, yeah, if it's the first meal of your day, you have broken your fast. It
But
is
there, it's
breakfast.
breakfast. It's not like I rolled out of bed and came here. I was up. I just didn't feed myself like an adult.
Well, I figure make bannock instead of my original plan, which was bread. Fine, it won't kill me. It's because I've got a ripe avocado in the fridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, better use
And
that.
I'll toast my bannock and put some avocado on my bannock, and that'll be fine with some chickpea sandwich spread. Basically, pretend my chickpeas are eggs or chicken and make essentially an egg salad sandwich
Sounds pretty good.
with avocado.
Lisa says, does breakfast at 2 p.m. still count? Yes.
If you're breaking your
And yes, Sally, the
fast,
timer is not
yes.
moving because I have not officially started us yet. Let's do that, and then we can keep chattering.
Well, you need to be working, ma'am. Not even done your back panel.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start the sprint in 3, 2, 1, go! There we go. Lisa says, I'll be working on the last 3 rounds of MT Granny Square Blanket. Mountain Granny Square Blanket? I don't know.
Baby?
Currently waiting for antihistamines to enable brain function. Oh, that's no fun.
Yes. Yes, that is always a stage in the morning.
Apparently, daylight savings happens in Europe tonight.
Oh,
So they get
lovely.
their day of not knowing what time it is. It's just
It's not a
annoying.
thing I struggle with. It's not a thing I struggle with, so I just don't
Well,
care.
lucky you. The rest of us just feel off for a couple of days. The lighting's all wrong. Like you think, oh wow, it's absolutely 4 o'clock, and then it's absolutely not 4 o'clock. Like you're so certain what time it is, and then it's not that time, and it's just disorienting.
No, but it does make me worry a lot about people's inability to handle small, infinitesimally minor changes. That those throw monkeys in the wrench work so big for people. How do you all handle big change? You don't. You can't even handle the little ones.
Well, good for you. The time changes don't mess you up.
They don't mess me up. They don't mess me up.
Jude says the lighting is the best bit. Lighter evenings is a proper perk. I agree.
It's been my childhood where I spent half the year in darkness and half the year in almost constant sunlight. I
Yes,
learned
well,
not to tell time based on where the sun was. It was always
that's why it
going to
doesn't
be
mess you up
wrong.
so much, because you had such extremes.
It was absolutely why. It could be light at 11 p.m. It just depended on what time of year it was.
What else is going on? Crafty Chemist says this year has been the worst for the time change for me. My brain goes, it's too early to go to sleep. Yeah, that happens. And also says, I did not, wow, I can speak words. I did not struggle with it when I was younger, but the last few years, most things affect my body. And I need daylight lamps during winter now as well. I keep thinking I should get a daylight lamp.
You've been
Haven't
talking
yet.
about getting a daylight lamp for years.
I have.
Yeah.
Jude says, 3 hours sleep instead of 4 hours hurts. Why are you only sleeping for 3 or 4 hours? What? I thought we were
Diana
supposed to be
hurts for
sleeping
you.
for 7 hours. Or at least.
Minimum is like 6 to 9 for the average human. If you sleep less than 6 or more than 9 consistently, you're supposed to get checked. because that's not healthy.
But like a 3 hour nap, that sounds pretty good.
Also not healthy, but yes, happens. I've taken them. I
Lisa
like how
says,
at
big
least
change.
I'm bored.
Lisa says, big changes I can roll with. The little ones are a personal attack.
The little ones are a personal attack. My cat would agree with you.
Lisa says, the time change was easier in California. And also, all the allergy meds is messing with my sleep schedule. I can imagine. Hey, one row down. Ugh.
It just depends on what meds you're taking and finding a good system as to when to take them that works best for your body.
I don't
Which
know.
is
I think sometimes
that's hard.
there's not a best solution. There's just a least bad one. Seems to be how it goes.
I have mine are staggered, so I take one in the morning and one in the late afternoon.
Why are my interchangeable needles unscrewing themselves? That is annoying. I swear
That's my
they didn't used
biggest
to do
fear.
that, so I think something has changed about the way that I knit.
Or they're just getting old and wearing.
Maybe. I
Also
suppose
an
that's
option.
also a thing. Like, I didn't used to bother with the little key thing to screw them super duper tight because I didn't need to, but
Yes.
I think now I do. And I need
That's
to go find my
probably
little keys where I've been stashing them all these years.
that's probably what it is. It's wear then.
Also says, I love my daylight lamp. 30 to 40 minutes when I get to work makes the day go so much better. I like working by my window, and the fact that the sun is up now when I'm starting the workday. It's demoralizing when you get to school or work and the sun's like just coming up, and then you leave at the end of the day and it's just going down. It's like, I would like to see sun, please. Especially if you have all your classes in the basement all day. That was winter term at university. There was just no windows.
Again, I grew up in extremes, so when I moved down here and it's never bothered me. The sun's always either becoming a thing you see more of or less of, and it's never the same. So I generally don't worry about it.
That's fair. Raspberry is tinking back a row of my amethyst shawl and then binding off. Nice.
Ooh, lovely,
Congratulations on your
lovely.
impending finish. I would like to finish eventually. Finish something.
Well, I have one FO for the week.
I will not have any FOs this week, I'm sure.
I could theoretically have two FOs for tomorrow's recording, but I'm going to play Borderlands 2 with the Mysterious Mr. B instead, so
Fair.
probably won't have two additional FOs.
Video games are important. Very solid use of time.
Well, I want to level my character up to 25, and I'm only at 15, so.
Oh, well. Got so much work to do.
My brother-in-law keeps buying bonus content that I really shouldn't go play with until I'm at like level 40. So step one, get to level 25.
Lisa says it's Clarin and inhaler, 2 puffs in the morning and at night, 2 Benadryl, a singular, and another 2 puffs of inhalers. That is lots of inhalering. That sounds
I'm
unpleasant. I'm given to understand those things taste bad.
yes, I do. I'm smell the purple spray.
I've never had to do any of that, and I'm very grateful because it just doesn't sound fun.
Smell the purple. It's only bad if you shoot it, like if you get the spray up your nose wrong, because then it coats the back of your throat. That's nasty.
Oh.
Nasty.
Ah, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do it. Then I've got um like a petty pot and a tablet I take. So tablet in the morning, nasal shot in the afternoon, petty pot before bed. The strength and dose of the tablet and the nasal spray change depending on the time of the year because they're both heavily medicated and I can't buy them over the counter. Over the counter doesn't do anything for me.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's depressing. All right, when we take our first break, somebody remind me to go find one of my little key things to screw these together better.
Okay. I don't know, man. You were in charge of the timers and everything. I never know when we stop or start.
Oh, I'll let you know, don't worry.
Okay.
We have just under 16 minutes.
Making some sock progress.
So it says, I take allergy meds in the morning, and if I need extra, they are taken in the afternoon. I leave home at around 6:30 a.m. and get home around 5 p.m. So November to February, not much daylight. Yeah, I like this home office with window thing. It's good for the daylight. Offices with a bunch of other like vampire software developers.
Just imagine how often you would have been sick since going back if you had to go back to an office.
Oh gosh, yeah, I have now been
Yeah,
sick twice in 3 years,
yeah.
and that's
Working in
always
an
since I started
office.
going out and doing things again.
Yeah. Working in an office is like going to a school or being a child in preschool. Like it's just a source of contamination. It
Oh,
always
I know.
has been. It always has been. So
I don't miss it.
I'm surprised more people don't opt to work from home or fight
Well,
for
lots
it.
of people don't have the option because office says you will come in or you have no job.
Yeah, I don't quite get that.
I don't either.
Since
Lots of jobs. If you're on a computer all day anyway, you can do it from wherever
home.
you want.
Yeah.
Oh, Karen has joined the chat.
Lovely. Oops.
People are remembering that they've forgotten to take allergy meds.
It's that time of year where everybody gets a wee glimpse into my daily life. And I
We've
don't
got
recommend it.
crocuses in our garden, like blooming.
Yeah, it's end of March for you. That makes sense.
It is spring. We're getting freezing rain today, though. My goal is to not have to go outside today because it is damp and cold and going to get damper and colder and windier.
So what you're saying is you have spring weather.
Yes, but it's a particularly miserable spring day where I don't want to go outside.
Got it. Got it. That's fine. I ironed a bunch of fabric yesterday. I think I'm going to cut out a skirt today.
Also says, I did not need the lamp. The 2 years of home office during the darkest months. Working by the window was lovely. Worked lovely. Lisa says, I need the switch of office and home. I do miss the social aspects of the office. I definitely get that. But I like having the option of socializing. Socializing optional. And not sharing a coffee machine. And not spending all day sitting next to somebody that has young children full of germs. These are pluses. But I do miss seeing people.
My preferred career path was retail, so we all know I love people, long, hard days with standing and no coffee machines. No coffee machines. Your bathroom breaks were scheduled. Very little freedom in retail worlds.
No, I did that extremely briefly, for a reason, because it was miserable.
15 years. I loved it. I would still be in retail if my vision had held out.
That
I
is
loved the
definitely
work.
not the space for me.
And yeah, I was pretty much sick all the time. That's just how it works when you work with the public.
Lisa says, when I did allergy shots and I had to make sure I took allergy meds, otherwise it was use an EpiPen. Oof, that's
Yes.
rough. Karen says, we're getting a start on April weather today. Periods of lovely sunshine interrupted by torrential rain every few hours. Fantastic. Jude says, I will have to post the view of my mobile office in the Facebook group. I am spoiled. So spoiled right now. I hope you can feel my jealousy radiating from here. I haven't seen the picture yet, but I feel that I will be jealous.
I have no view out my window.
Oh, views and windows and houses. So we went to look at the weird house. Yes?
With that
No,
awful,
Thursday.
awful, awful description of steampunk.
Yeah, we went to look at a house based largely on the fact that the listing described it as being steampunk themed.
Uh-huh.
I would not describe it as being steampunk themed. However, it is very cohesively themed in an industrial vintage industrial kind of vibe. It is
Sure.
themed.
That's fine.
I see why they picked the word steampunk. I just feel that they were incorrect in their usage of the word steampunk.
Was the house good?
Yes, and I think we're making an offer on it.
Let's
Like
be honest. The theme of a house can be changed.
this
Or
would be a lot of work to change.
yeah, that's fine. Go with
Did
a
I share
more
the posting with
modern.
you the other day? I can't remember.
No, no, you
Okay.
didn't. That's okay. Moving into a more modern industrial look.
Oh no, it's not. It's not like it's a bad thing that we would go about changing right away or anything. It's weird. Like this house that I'm currently in is weird, but it's cohesively weird. Like
Good.
all the rooms are the same theme instead of every room being a different theme.
That's better than every room being a different theme.
It's less jarring.
My biggest thing is like if the bones are good for the house, you're gonna make changes anyway.
It
And
has
let's
a
be honest,
sauna, which
your
is
to do
weird.
your to do fix repair list will never be finished. That's what being a
Oh
house
no,
owner is.
I know.
So it's fine.
The biggest downside for this house is its location, but even that is just not that bad. It's not like right in the middle of everything. It's like off to the side a bit.
Are
But I
you
mean,
moving
it's
to the
KW. Like,
zombie land known as suburbia?
no, it's like suburbia that started in the 1960s, so it's not
Okay,
really
well that's
suburbia anymore.
it's not
It's not the
so
modern cookie cutter
suburbia.
suburbia. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 1960s to 80s residential neighborhood with like good bus routes and like stuff going on, and
Well,
it's
that'll be
like,
fine then.
and I mean
You're
it's
not living in
KW.
the
Like you can drive from one
desert
end to the other
wastelands.
in 20 minutes.
You're fine.
If you have a car, everything is close.
Yes.
Even if you don't have a car, transit's not that bad.
And you'll be fine.
It's I'm excited about it. We went for a walk yesterday and started talking about where we're going to put all our stuff, so I think that means we like it.
Oh, that is a good sign.
I'm absolutely in love with the kitchen.
Is it a
It's
functioning kitchen?
it's a huge functioning kitchen with like an island and like mountains of counter space. Like if you can fill that counter space, oh my gosh.
Don't propose that, or it will be accepted as a challenge.
But like, so it's a split level,
Okay?
and then half of the main floor is just kitchen. The living room is not upstairs. It's a dining room and a kitchen upstairs.
Okay.
Or at least that's how it's arranged right now. So the kitchen is half of the main floor. It's huge and I love it so much.
A nice big kitchen. How many bedrooms?
3.
Okay, so one for you, and you guys have got office space. You got somewhere to stick your in-laws and your parents when they come?
We talked about that too, and we can sacrifice our offices for the brief amount of time that people would be coming to stay.
Okay.
It's not like there's not other places we can go sit. Also, we might just take the time off and not even need an office, technically speaking.
Yeah.
And the backyard. The backyard is so pretty. Bless you.
Whoa.
There's a creek running at the end of the property. So you've got like a little natural water feature, and somebody put a lot of effort into that garden. And there's minimal grass, and
If it's a house
good.
built in the 60s through 80s, odds are good the last house owners or the house owners before that were older. And they did all of that work
Yeah,
because that
I
was a larger part of the culture then. I mean, it's coming back, but it was a larger part then.
I want to meet whoever
Mhm.
decorated that house. I think we could be friends. I don't care if they're 70 years old. We could be friends.
Oh, yeah. Age is irrelevant.
Like, for their staging, they just have like microscopes and like cool old weird antique things.
The staging is entirely the real estate agent.
Not in this particular case. Like, it's staged with stuff that was formerly in the house, because we found in the basement where they were stashing all of the things that were obviously formerly on display, and it's more microscopes and typewriters and swords and weird old things.
Oh,
So yeah. All right, well, I've talked about this house a lot now, so I guess I really like this house.
you
I'm
do. I
excited
can
about it.
tell.
I'm gonna stop talking about the house now.
I will reserve excitement until you get it.
Yeah, that's always the thing, because it's such a unique house that if anybody wanted to like remove the theme and start over, it would be a lot of effort.
I won't stop people.
No, but it's sort of a game of like, how many people are gonna bid on this house? What
Oh,
can
you'll
we
find
offer
out.
for this house? Yeah, I guess. Anyway, houses.
I am very happy that I don't have to deal with any of that nonsense anymore.
I'm excited at the prospect of being able to drill holes in my own walls.
Fair.
For no other reason than I can. It's a sign of ownership, putting holes in your walls. And yes, Elisa, it's like most of the US, like most of North America, you need a car for most places. Pretty much unless you're in the
Tragically.
downtown core of a big city.
Tragically.
I wish that were not the case. However, it is the case. It is the world we live in. And I am lucky enough to have a car.
You
So
are.
it's just not that bad. Oh my gosh, Bill Nye's on Monday. I gotta go see
Yes.
Bill Nye on Monday.
You
Arr,
got stuff happening.
do. I'm gonna go get new glasses on Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm also very unreasonably excited about that because some kind of
New
skincare
glasses.
product got on my lenses at some point and like etched little specks in there. Like they don't come off, they're etched into the lens. And I've just been dealing with this for like 2 years. And I'm very
You know,
excited to not have specs.
and
Yes, I could have done this way earlier.
not.
I'm aware of that and I have no one to blame but myself.
It's like the
I could
world
have dealt
has
with this a long time ago and I chose not to. Repeatedly. I am aware.
As long as you know.
I'm aware. I know who's to
Okay.
blame here.
New
100% me.
glasses are exciting. New glasses are exciting. We've got recording late Sunday night. And then I gotta start thinking about what to post for the craft off for Sunday.
Oh, I need another craft off already. Sure.
How's
That's
your
a later
secret
project.
project crafting coming along?
It's very secret. I even managed to mostly hide it in my background. It's super duper secret.
My secret crafting doesn't live in the office, it lives elsewhere. That way I never have to worry if it's on screen.
That makes sense. If my crafting starts living in other places, we have instances where we start things and then I go, oh wait, the thing is not in the room where I need it to be.
Like today.
Karen says, oh my gosh, OMG, didn't you just start a craft off? We did, because it was delayed by a week. And so this was a 3-week craft off.
Yep.
So, yes, we did. And yes, we are starting a new one very soon. That's why I
Well,
picked what I thought was a small one.
from what I've glimpsed of the movies for the Patreons in April, we're watching Breakfast Club.
No, okay. Ding, says the timer.
Ooh, excellent. I will finish
We
this
have
row.
completed a sprint. I'm gonna measure. Measure, measure. How'd everybody do on their sprint?
You had 8.5 inches when we started.
Yeah. I very definitely have at least 9. I'm measuring this not in the most scientific way possible. Hang on. I could measure this better. It's a little bit tricky because I have to measure from where I bound off some stitches for the bottom of my armhole, and that part desperately wants to curl, and so trying to get everything to lay flat enough to measure it properly is challenging.
Well, I was 4 finger widths away from a heel. I am now 2 finger widths away from a heel. So I made progress, which is exciting.
Okay, definitely 9 inches. I definitely need 1 more inch.
Okay.
Which is definitely like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 6 rows. 5 or 6 rows. Alright, how is everybody doing? Oh, Melanie has joined the chat. Hello.
Hello.
Jude is attaching a new ball to finish the row, to cut it at the end of the row, and attach a new color, because yarn logic. Seems sound to me. I see no flaws in this logic. Okay, I'm annoyed that this thing is not done yet, so it's gonna go over here, where it does not get done any faster. Because logic.
I'm setting up for my second project.
I am taking a moment to have some oatmeal.
My cuff. I'm gonna work on a cuff of my second fingerless mitten.
So I'm gonna set us up for a short break of 5 minutes. This is the time to refill your beverage and go to the bathroom and set up your next project. Or eat the breakfast that you made almost an hour ago at this point. Also says tomorrow is knit and laundry day. I will start 2 new tests and hopefully finish a test. That's a lot of test. Katie says, crap, not even 1 row. No wonder why I put this in hibernation. Yeah, you were working on a shawl, right? So the rows get like super duper long or something.
Oh boy, they do.
Yeah, that's my problem with triangular lace shawls. The rows get real long, real fast, and then it's lace, so they're fiddly. That's probably why I have 2 lace shawls in my WIP bin right now.
Easily.
Melanie's got another 6 a.m. shift tomorrow. That's, courageous.
Means she's
Up
done
at
it
6
too.
a.m. is fine. Being at work at 6 a.m. is meh. Also says, it seems like I know a designer, and I'm a regular tester for a few designers on Ravelry. I suppose that does make sense. I mean, I also know a designer, but I'm not testing anything because we know how quickly I finish things.
She's
I'm a
about to become
very
a
bad
slave.
tester.
She's about to become a slave to Jocelyn here this summer.
Yes. I was actually thinking about that project the other day.
It's been percolating in the back of my head. When you're down in April, we should secure the stuff for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sally says, I got half of 1 square complete and had to stop for a puppy cuddle break. I suppose that's a good reason. Crafty Chemist says, next project, organize yarn shelf. Solid plan. Raspberry says, options for the next sprint. Cast on a headband or cast on socks. Headband
What
or
kind
socks?
of socks? What kind of headband? These are important
This is true.
questions.
We need more facts.
I need more knowledge.
Yes, Asa, I will finish the King's Flame test knit in heavy quotations from like 2 years ago. Melanie says, I was asked back before Christmas if I wanted to do any 4 a.m. shifts. That was a hard no. Good grief. No. Nobody should have to work at 4 a.m. That is not a time to be doing work.
If you're a baker, it is.
Well, okay, maybe. But like everybody can just get their bread later.
That wonderful fresh croissants and breads you get delivered every once in a while.
I
Somebody got up
know,
at
I know.
4 in the morning to make that for you.
For the croissant, somebody got up at 4 in the morning 3 days earlier to make that for me.
Yep.
I know, I know. It's still just a very gross time to be at work. Lisa says, cleaning the apartment is my goal and also do some D&D planning. Good goals. Oh my god, I need to do laundry today. Okay, well that's a later problem. Because I'm doing this right now. I'm busy. I can't possibly do any kind of domestic chores right now. I'm busy knitting on the internet. The headband is a bulky headband for... Oh, all right, everybody, set up for your next project. As I read chat and don't set up for my next project. The bulky headband for Taylor's volleyball coaches, or socks in a crazy orange color. Ooh. If there's a deadline on the headband, I'll say do that first. But otherwise, crazy orange sounds way more fun.
Given that
Nikki's
it's
watching from her
bulky,
car.
I'm gonna go headband because you'll be done in like 2 sprints.
Also true.
And then you can just cast on socks afterwards.
Okay, I think my next project is going to be, hey, does everybody remember this from the last time we did WIP sprints? It's the patchwork cardigan that just needs
Really?
some edges that I
Oh
haven't
my
touched since the last time we did WIP
god.
sprints.
Woman,
Hi. I think this is what I'm going to work on.
you
Yes,
two
this
could
is the
have an
plan.
FO this week.
I will not have an FO this week. I'm telling you that right now. It's not happening. Lisa says my DM is going to be so happy with my ideas. Excellent. Sounds like good ideas. That was a weird tone to say that in. I'm sorry. In my not at all a defense, there's chocolate rum cream in my coffee. As if that would make a difference. It makes no difference. I'm just weird. I'm trying to find excuses for my being weird. I'm just weird. I'm sorry. Melanie says, I was asked today if I'd be interested in getting sock yarn, brackets free. Someone at work had inherited a bunch of yarn and was looking to get rid of the sock yarn. Heck yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I've been spoiled, and now I've got sock yarn that I really like, that I enjoy, that I know where it comes from, and I know what the fiber content is, so I probably wouldn't at this point.
Alright, I'm going to start a new timer before I get
Hey,
distracted reading chat again. Okay, sprint number 2. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, that wasn't the start button. Oh yes, it was the start button. Okay, there we go. Sprint! Elisa was being sarcastic. It's push my buttons and my fears of group projects. Fair. And also saying, did you not start that cardigan on the WIP sprint during Christmas? Yes. And what's your point? What am I doing
how
here?
much? How much is left on that thing?
I have a few inches of one sleeve cuff left, and then the whole like button band, neck band assembly.
So
So
yes,
some
if you
very
focused,
long rows.
if you focus today, it could be done.
I have doubts. Well, this is harder for me to read chat while I do this one. I have not mastered the art of crochet without looking. I can knit without looking. I cannot crochet without looking yet. Probably because several years ago at this point, I took an afternoon to teach myself how to knit without looking, and I have yet to do that for crochet. Maybe today's the day. Maybe today is the day that I teach myself to crochet without looking.
Well, don't you have, well, you're running this through Streamlabs, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's an app thingy that you can have that'll read your chat for YouTube streams and Twitch streams through your Streamlabs.
I should probably look at doing that. That would make my life a little bit easier. Okay, Raspberry says, okay, socks it is. I can do the headband later tonight when my family is over. Also a good choice. I agree with this choice. Okay, now do I put it in this stitch? There we go. Nikki says, I'm sprinting while I can watch. LOL, the internet is shoddy at best on the road.
True.
Fair. Struggle. Oh my gosh, I need more light because this is dark yarn in the dark. Oh, that's better. Okay, improvements. It's almost like I want to be able to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's overrated.
Yeah, it probably is. Also says I used to get sock yarn in DK for free when I did lots of socks for charity. Is that how you got so fast at knitting socks? You just, I guess that makes sense. You knit a billion socks and suddenly you're fast. Well, suddenly. So suddenly, after knitting billions of socks, you're fast at knitting socks. I think the not 12 cups of coffee is setting in, and the brain to words coherent is not so... What? Did that make sense to anyone? Because I don't think it made sense to me. Uh-huh.
I feel like your Zoom, you need to install some updates, my dear.
Yeah, maybe. Ooh.
I'm sprinting. Stop distracting me with laughter.
I will not. Apparently, that is the only mode that I operate in, is
Oh,
incoherent
gosh.
laughter.
Oh, so good. Oh, you said Aaron was in chat. Is that Fireweed Fiber Co. Aaron?
I believe so.
Or is that a different Aaron?
Well, it's Aaron spelled that way. Is this the way that I've been doing it? Does anybody know if I just attach my sleeve the same way that I've been attaching it the rest of the way? Because I haven't picked this up since the last time we did WIP sprints.
No, because you didn't really describe your attaching as you go method, only that you'd found a better one.
Yep, that's on me, isn't it?
Yep.
Is that the same? I think that's the same. I think I did it the same. I think we're good. Single crochet through 2 stitches on the sleeve to attach it rather than just 1.
That would make sense. It'd be more secure that way.
And it prevents little gaps from forming. Because I've got some little gaps on my my bottom edge, which was what I was debating last time about... Oh, excuse me. About whether I was going to go back to fix it now that I'd figured out that I could just pick up more than 1 stitch at once, basically. And I have come to the conclusion that the whole point is that it's sort of like a little bit rough and very handmade looking.
And really, if someone's that close to your butt, they better be
Yeah,
your
they're
husband.
also just really not... I'm not trying to win any fiber show prizes with this.
Yeah, no.
It's supposed to look cute on social media, and that's about it. And social media, nobody can see when you have gaps because you just don't put those parts on camera.
The other lady at the D&D table I'm at is actually, she just started making hers. And she's making it with the glacier yarn.
Which one's the
That
glacier yarn?
super, no, that super soft gray yarn on my blanket, on my couch blanket. That's the glacier yarn. It's the big Barcelona yarn.
Oh, yes, I remember this now. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It looks so good. It looks so good. She's motoring too. She's got her front panels done.
Oh, wow. Where has my Chrome just gone? Why has Chrome just exited? What is going on? Okay, well, the stream's still going, so there's that. But Chrome has just stopped. Let me open that again. Please hold. Chrome was powering the timer too. I don't know what time it was at.
It's been a day for tech today, guys.
It has. Why is Chrome not opening? Chrome? Hello, Chrome? Hello, Chrome? Okay, well, I can still see the chat in the streaming software, so let me just look at that. Where are we at? Where did I get to? Karen says, as I'm going way back in chat, any inherited yarn would spend a week in the freezer before joining my stash, but can be some great gems in there. Absolutely. I have 100% done that. That is in fact the reason for some of my mohair in my stash. That's just generally a smart thing to do anyway. If you've purchased yarn from, like, even just not in your city, it might have stuff that's, I don't know, just good yarn hygiene. Struggle. Struggle. Here we go. More chat. Where are we going? Jude is still ignoring the fingerless glove that needs a 10-row thumb and the sock that needs 5 rows of a toe. I'm totally not judging. I'm in no position to. Okay, seriously, Chrome, where are you? I'm clicking the Chrome button and it's not chroming. Chrome is not today. It's just not. There is no Chrome. Okay. Well, what we're going to do then is we're going to hide that annoying little box, and I have a physical timer. I don't really know how to attach this to anything. This.
Couldn't you just open up Microsoft Bing? They do the same thing.
Actually, yes. What have I got here? I can have this and ooh, make that small.
Says the person who uses Microsoft Bing and never uses Chrome.
I can open the timery thing that I was using. Not that one. Is it this one? It's not that one. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then if we do like that, something like this. Okay, and then if I put that back, there we go, we've got our timer back. Okay, I'm going to guesstimate that there's that much time left. There's a limit to how finely grained I can set the timer, so I've just set it for 10 minutes. That's approximately how much time. This is not really how much time was left, but you know what? That's there. That's what we're going with. That's what we're going with. I do not know why Chrome just stopped. That is a problem for later. Earlier I had everything open, everything was working, and then Zoom didn't want to recognize that I had my camera plugged in, so then I quit and restart Zoom because that usually makes it work, and then Zoom wanted to install updates, but Zoom couldn't install updates because my hard drive was full. And it wouldn't open until it could install the updates, so I had to delete some stuff from my hard drive, and anyway, that's why we were late starting. Because everything was working right up until it wasn't. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
I made tea. Oh, this ribbing's coming along nicely.
Chain 1.
Oh my goodness. My birthday sale ends this week too. Oh, that'll be weird.
Ooh. You want to talk about your birthday sale, or that's about all there is to say about it? It's there.
My patterns are on sale for my birthday. Is there anything else to say?
I don't know, self-promotion. Promote yourself.
Hey, Diana, did you know my birthday, all my patterns are on sale for my birthday? You can save 20% off if you pick them up on a Ravelry or Etsy. No coupon code required.
Wow, Jocelyn, I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Oh man, and with that pictures like that, people totally want to sponsor us.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Just channel your inner like 90s after school
Listen,
cartoon PSA.
listen. Anytime HelloFresh wants to sponsor us, I will happily go see if I can find enough Jocelyn friendly meals for the week. Because if I can eat from HelloFresh, anybody can eat from HelloFresh.
Oh my gosh. Good luck. I
And
mean,
if they're
maybe it's
willing,
entirely possible. It's possible.
we
I
ever
didn't
get
look
that
that hard.
sponsorship, I'm taking it and I'm going to try.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh gosh.
And Alice is jumping in there with the links for the pattern or for the sale. Perfect.
Well, it's got the new like because I made it just store wide, so like uh Night Dreams, which just went out, is included. So
Oh,
that pretty
nice.
lace one, yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the sale. They're like, "Are you sure you want to do the whole store?" I'm like, I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered to personally discriminate and push extra buttons. Yes, fewest buttons possible.
I'm skipping ahead in chat. So I'm not talking about things that are like 20 minutes old. Oh, Nikki says HelloFresh does not deliver to her area. Also tried HelloFresh here, not impressed. That's fair. I tried HelloFresh. I'm not the demographic for HelloFresh, I think, because without fail, every single time I'm like, okay, I get what you're asking me to do here, but I don't like it that way. I'm going to do it this different way. So I just sort of ended up ignoring like half of the recipe because it's not how I wanted to do it. So I think it's geared towards people who are busy or don't like to cook or don't know how to cook, not people like me who have time and actually do like to cook. But that does not make it bad. It just makes it not for me. But if HelloFresh wants to sponsor us, I am super down for that.
I'm sorry. Did you just say you had trouble following instructions?
No, no, no,
That is
no.
not strictly speaking a cooking problem with you, ma'am.
No, I know not that I had trouble following instructions. I looked at the instructions and went,
Yeah,
I know what
yeah,
this will produce, and I
yes.
know I don't like it that way. So I'm going to do it a
Okay,
different way that I know I do like.
that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, you also do that with knitting patterns to disastrous consequences.
It's just really those thumbs on mittens that I think I know better, and I don't. It's just mitten thumbs. Or maybe I do it in cooking too, and I just don't notice because it's over and done with faster.
Possible?
I can just hide my mistakes in the past.
Cooking is far more forgiving than most people think.
Susanna says, okay, so there are 11 patterns, and I have 11 patterns in my library, so I have all of them. And Karen was asking Asa if HelloFresh was not fresh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, apparently, in fact, they were not necessarily. I got food for a week, and some of the fresh vegetables did not last a week. That's fair. Yes, also, we all remember that hat pattern from a few years ago where I deviated from the pattern. Okay, you know what? I'd actually managed to forget that one in the past. I had not remembered that one, where I deviated from the hat pattern and it took me 3 months to finish what was supposed to be a fairly basic hat.
I loved that hat problem because it was entirely your fault.
Oh, I was aware of that the entire time.
So good.
Okay, I cannot wait the 3 minutes for a bathroom break, so everybody enjoy your last 3 minutes of sprint. I'll be back.
Okay. I'm counting, guys. 4. Now, where did I go wrong? Ooh. 2 rows back. 2 rows back. I gypped myself. That's not good. I need to not do that so that my ribbing works out properly. All right, there you go. I love this form of crochet ribbing. It's just a single crochet through the back loop. I hate the monotonous counting you have to do to make sure you have the right number of stitches at the end of every row. This will be 5. 7. 8 and 9. However, it makes the most glorious ribbing. Like, just look at that ribbing. That's so good. So good. So good. Do I have enough to get it on my wrist yet? Nope, but I'm close. The ribbing is the hardest part. Like, here's the rest of the fingerless mitten. Like, once I'm done the ribbing, this part of the mitten, the body part of the mitten, and the thumb will just fly. Just fly. It's the ribbing that takes forever. As always, eh? But I think I need to go through those crochet patterns for summer tops and stuff and find a summer top and try to make a summer t-shirt this year. Wow, I need to do some baking after this, I think. I can totally do that. Hey, I could sew a skirt, or cut out a skirt, start sewing a skirt, make manic, finish laundry, do dinner, and bake before bed. Hey? I'm gonna try. Poor Diana. I suspect the timer's gone off. I can't see it. So I don't know. Oop. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, I'm so excited. I think the Breakfast Club won the video. To be honest, I hate the other 2 movie options. So I hope the Breakfast Club won. I can't see chat. I don't know what you guys are saying. Diana's gonna have so much to read when she gets back. But I suspect our sprints are done. No Asa, no news. Nothing has been resolved. I gotta stretch. I don't care if the sprint's over. I need to waking my fingers up. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Done. Ah, messages. Messages. All the messages. Oh, that feels much better. Okay. Oh, I want to be done this so bad. Okay. I probably can't do everything I listed and get this fingerless mitten done. Or I suppose I could try. Five.
I'm back. Okay. What have I missed?
Me counting. So I've been pretty quiet this sprint as I'm counting to 9 constantly to do this ribbing.
That's fair. We're talking about shawls and stuff. People are getting your shawls. And the MCAL is almost a blanket.
It is. And you know what? Given that I'm nearly 6 foot tall, when I make a Jocelyn-sized blanket scarf, I make a Jocelyn-sized blanket scarf.
Also says, and we are 25 watching and only 7 liked it. The rest of you, make an effort and click the like button. So bossy.
Y'all have your marching instructions. Didn't come from me.
Apparently. You've been told.
I'm just counting tonight. I swear I'm not doing anything else.
Susanna says 6 invoices, 1 supplier, and different number of lines on each invoice.
You.
Yeah. Oh, Raspberry's heading out. Taking the kids to the air house, a trampoline place. That sounds fun. And Crafty's Chemist says, woof, finished lace weight. Suzanne's doing invoice sprints. You know? Doesn't have to be a crafting project if you need to sprint on something else. That's
Sprint
fine.
on something else.
I'm going to sprint on this again, I think, because that was a very interrupted sprint for me. It was not focused.
Are we at break time?
Oh yes, we are at break time. I will, I have no idea how long we've been on break. I don't know what's going on anymore. I have lost control of this stream. I can feel my throat at the back of my throat, and it's very annoying.
Like, I understood all those words and what you meant by it, but it sounded weird.
I know, it feels weird. But you understand what I mean.
I do,
like, there's
yes.
nothing there. It's just my throat, but I can feel it, and it's annoying.
Hey, look, I'm done. I have enough ribbing to go around my wrist.
Nice.
Which means I can start the hand on this shortly. And take a proper break. Do a little quick math. Gotta do some math. Everybody join me for a little mathing. Oh, stupid D&D Beyond. Yes, I clicked the link to join the campaign, to do the things. And I might honestly just share my screen with Diana after this and have her help me push the buttons.
I can probably do that. I guess I should probably reset a timer or something. Are we all ready for sprint number 3, which will hopefully not get interrupted by my browser crashing this time?
Nope.
Okay, I will wait a moment. I'll wait a moment and continue to eat this breakfast that is now 2 hours old, almost.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. I'm a good adult. Mm-hmm. I made toast too.
What's the
That's
difference? Why?
the most
Why?
disappointing
That
part.
says centimeters. I don't want to know that measurement in centimeters. Mind you, centimeters is more precise.
When you don't like working in half and quarter inches?
I'm more comfortable working in half and quarter inches because my father's a carpenter. So I grew up working
That's fair.
in half and quarter inches. I can work in centimeters, but it is not my favorite. I also need to. I want to double check my head math with something that isn't me.
Karen's cheating and not changing projects this sprint. I want to finish this blanket square. It's fine. I am
Well, I
also
wanna.
cheating and not changing blankets. What? Projects. I'm not changing projects. Blankets? What? Hi. Words are
Oh my
hard.
God, I love you. Do I want a half circle skirt or a quarter circle skirt?
How much
Do you know
floof do
what
you
I
want?
should do? I should go get the fabric and show everybody
Mm-hmm.
what I'm making the skirt out of. Hang on, I'll be back.
Jude is plotting. Why am I still reading these out loud? Jocelyn can't hear me. An evening hill walk sounds great. I would love to go for a walk, but it's very wet outside. And I do not wish to be damp. Maybe I'll go for a walk anyway, brave the damp. Conversions in metric are easier. I have my throat in my throat and it's weird. Yes, conversions in metric are much easier. Gin and tonic and you have breakfast. Yeah, well, you know, it's not really breakfast time where I am, to be fair. This is more of a midday snack at this point. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm calling it breakfast because I made it at a time where breakfast could still conceivably be the meal, and I just haven't got to finishing it. We have fabric?
Now I'm returned. Yes. I have this fabric
Ooh, pretty red.
with a very, 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 very small grid pattern on it. Like super fine grid pattern. Definitely a circle skirt because it'll look way better on an angle than up and down. It just does.
Okay.
And I loosely ironed it yesterday so that the creases weren't too creasy, which made sense in my head when I said it. I said what I said. I'm just trying to decide if I want a quarter circle or a half circle. Could I do
Also
a full
says half
circle?
circle.
Yes.
How much
Do I
floof
want
do
a
you
full
want? Do you want
circle?
like a
No.
very floof or like?
No. I live in a flat, ancient lake bed. There's no trees, people.
The wind is windy?
The wind is windy. I don't need to Marilyn Monroe anything at this point in my life.
So how much unfloof do you want then?
Hence half or quarter circle. That should be good.
Presumably you have enough material for a half circle.
I have enough material for a full circle.
Well, alright then.
I would like this in inches, please. That is not the number of inches my waist is. My waist is bigger than 23.5 inches.
Most people's is.
Yeah. Let's measure them. But a quarter circle has less floof, so there's less wind poof ratio.
And people are also suggesting washers in the hemline to weight it down.
Sure. I'm not going to bother, but yeah, that's always an option.
It's very windy.
The
Some
washers
days
aren't going to
washers
do
are not going to
much.
save you.
The washers are not going to save me, so no. But
Some days,
I
yes,
can,
but
yes.
many days, no. And also concedes maybe go for a quarter circle then, if wind is a concern.
Wind is always a concern. Now, it's definitely going to be below the knees, which helps.
And Karen likes your fabric.
Thank you. It's very pretty fabric. But I've started making skirts and dresses for the summer because then I can move into wearing those and tops. And then when winter and fall rolls around, I've spent the summertime making clothes for some staple pieces for winter fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
This just made sense because there's only 2 seasons in this province. There's two, and a mad dash between the two.
There's like a 2 week buffer period between them.
That's it. We're either the underside of Hades' male member parts hot, or we are so cold you freeze your lungs. That's it. Those are the 2 seasons that exist in this province. And during the super hot season, it's just construction anyway. That's or death
And
by
mosquitoes.
mosquitoes.
Don't forget the
That's
mosquitoes.
it. Mosquitoes and construction and winter. That's what we have.
Also says, depending on how often you want a Maryland moment.
I know, hey?
Apparently for semiconductors, it's semiconductor wafers are done in 2, 4, 6, and 12 inches. I guess that was initially an American thing, so they did with
Yes.
inches.
Yes.
I guess that makes sense.
It does.
All right, are we ready for another sprint?
Everybody can start their sprint. I'm going to continue these calculation checks.
That can be part of a sprint. Okay, we're going to restart the sprint.
Work
Sprint number 3. All right. 3, 2, 1. Sprint.
Oh, I had a brownie from Tallgrass Prairie yesterday. Oh my god.
Can brownies from Tallgrass Prairie be part of the plan while I'm out there?
Absolutely.
As well as bagels from Hudson Bagels and probably breakfast from Stella's.
Yes. That's a whole day. Whew.
Oh, yes. I've got the day of food planned out.
Yeah.
I am beyond excited that I am taking this whole week off. Or that whole week off, not like this upcoming week. No. The week of travel, I am excited that I am taking it off. I'm realizing I actually haven't done that. And I probably should have been doing that.
You're going to find vacation much easier if you actually vacation. Just saying.
Well, that makes it a vacation and not just working in a more difficult spot. Because you don't have any of your stuff. Well, you don't have your usual stuff.
Yes.
This will be a good trip, I think.
How about we aim for Wednesday?
Wednesday that week?
Yeah.
Okay, I will put that in my calendar right now. Because I will forget otherwise.
Because that gives Monday, Tuesday for me and Aaron if we've got deadline work.
Well, also I fly on Monday, so.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, Wednesday.
And then there's Thursday, Friday to catch up if there's something that we need to do before the end of the week. So that'll work. Sure, fine. Wrong text thread. So if you want to do breakfast and a lunch, then
we don't have to fit all of the food into one day. I will survive if we have to spread the food out, or if I don't get some of the food, that's fine.
If we do brunch for 10, because then you get to sleep in, get up, brunch and Stella's for 10, go to Leonard Taylor so we can check out their spring line.
Oh, yes. Good call.
Accidentally get a tea at Amsterdam Tea Room.
Accidentally, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Go to Wolseley Wool. At that point, we'll need a brownie pick-me-up anyway. And we're like half a block.
Aaron says, I like Wednesdays. What number is it? That's the 19th, right?
Yes.
Yes, 19th.
Should we do that? Brunch, Leonard Taylor, tea, Wolseley wool brownie, the mall, bagels for a late afternoon. I don't know what your husband's going to do for dinner because you'll be full by the time you go home.
Yeah, well, that's he could do his own thing.
Yep,
He's a grown up.
here we go. Planned. And we get to go to all the places. We get to go to Leonard Taylor. We get the tea. We get the brownies. We get the Wolseley Wool, which is a local yarn store. And we get to hit the mall, which means we accidentally have to get an afternoon cup of vanilla hot chocolate from Second Cup,
Accidentally, of course.
purely by coincidence, and do some fun mall shopping. And it's always fun to do mall shopping with girlfriends
Yes. Okay, this is going
because
to be a
there's
good day.
Omomo Japan.
Yes. Erin's got
So
it
you
on a
can get
calendar.
like,
Excellent.
yeah, so we can get some like coffee milks for later in the week. There you go. There's a plan right off the top of my head.
So deep fried mushrooms. There's something about deep fried mushrooms in chat.
Oh my
What about
God.
deep fried mushrooms?
Listen, guys, if I thought I could have her for dinner, we would do a delicious dinner.
Oh, those deep fried mushrooms. Yes. Oh my
I
god, I
would
can't believe I
much
forgot about
rather
those.
do a delicious dinner on Wednesday and then just do bagels on Sunday.
Yes.
But we should take the boys with us to dinner. And I mean all three of them. I mean your husband, Mr. Tristan, and the mysterious Mr. B.
Oh, fine. If we gotta, I guess. No, it's
If
fine.
they want to come. They don't have to. They are more than welcome to decline. I will not be offended. Because if we're honest and we're smart about it, we place the order for pickup and then just go eat at a house.
Yes. Question is, who's got a house to eat at?
Tristan and Aaron.
If there's 6 of us, yeah. Hey, Erin. I think we're having dinner at your house. Like, that's okay.
Oh, God.
No, we'll figure it out. Karen says, "Who's deep
Okay.
frying mushrooms and when can I come over?"
Well, I mean, mushrooms appeal to everybody but Aaron. Aaron doesn't like mushrooms, so.
So, well. So we'll only need 2 orders of deep fried mushrooms, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, because you and I are pretty much the mushroom consumers in our group. Which, guys, by the way, it's 2 orders of deep fried mushrooms if it's just me and Diana, or me and Diana plus her husband plus her brother-in-law.
It's minimum 2 orders of mushrooms. It's just whether or not there's going to be leftovers.
Yeah, a minimum 2 orders of sweet and sour gluten balls.
Oh my gosh, yes. I need scissors.
I
So excited.
need
I have finished a
scissors.
cuff. Oh no,
Oh, hey,
I'm
look
gonna
at that.
actually have to consult this pattern now.
I, in fact, did my math correctly.
Excellent. That
Ah,
always feels good.
ah, yes, it does.
Okay, now where do I weave this end in?
Excellent. Well, I'll just leave that up because that gives me my waist radius and the length of the fabric for what I want. Oh, yeah. And it's exactly what I wrote. This just needs some tailor's chalk, a ruler. I have those in my sewing kits. I wish I knew where my freaking knitting stuff had gone. I hope it came home. I mean, if it didn't, it's at my DM's house, so it's fine.
Well, it's not like
I'll
you
find
won't
it.
get it back.
I'll see him next Saturday. It's just it has my snips and my darning needles. And I wanted to sew my pockets on today. Oh well. We're a bit of another sprint. I'm not gonna pick up a new project. I'm just gonna go back to the sock.
That's fair. All right, that is an end woven in. Ha! That
But
is
I
a
think
second cuff.
I can totally get through
What is this? Oh,
bannock, cake,
I found a progress keeper.
potentially muffins or a carrot loaf, plus lemon meltaways, and make dinner, finish laundry, start a skirt.
Sorry, did you just become a bakery and a tailor and still plan on getting housework done?
Yeah, I can do all that. That's not that big of a list.
Okay, but we're doing this for a while yet still.
Yeah, I know. Well, you stagger it. So, like, when the bannoc's cooking, make the lemon meltaways, because those don't require cooking.
It has bottom. It has bottoms
Oh,
on
it looks
things.
good. It does look good.
Okay, I need to look up how I'm supposed to do this collar.
Yeah. Well, supper's doing its thing, and I'm waiting because I have a very, very tiny, incomplete collection of basic baking equipment while I'm waiting for literally the space. And I'm cooking dinner. I don't know what I'm making for dinner yet, guys. What I should probably do is like a hamburger soup or something, right?
Well, that sounds good. I did Tristan's Korean deep fried chicken last night.
Yeah,
So good.
so good.
So good. Worth it every time. It's so much work every time. It's right about as I'm halfway through the breading process where I'm like, this is so much work, but I can't stop now. I'm committed.
Do you know what? No, I'll do a classic. I have deer ground in the freezer, some deer, onion, some veggies, pasta, red sauce. Done.
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 Easy.
Quick, easy dinner. Do
Okay,
that for dinner.
here's...
But if I'm honest, I gotta wait for the deer ground to brown up properly, and it's a very lean meat, so you do that low and slow.
Collar. Here we go. I found the instructions.
So basically, by the time I'm done making dinner, I can have three of the four things baked off, dinner cooked, and at the same time, while I'm waiting for stuff to come and go, load the dishwasher, get it started.
That sounds like a much more efficient day than I'm gonna have. I'm
So
gonna do
like
laundry.
finish here around 4. And then while I'm finishing up with laundry, because there's wait times for soaking when you do laundry by hand, when you're rinsing and stuff, which I'm gonna do this evening. I have more than enough time to lay my fabric out while I wait for the soaking process. I'm cutting out a quarter circle skirt or a half circle skirt is 4 cuts, 3 cuts. So one side's a selvage edge. So yeah, by like 8 o'clock tonight, I can be done. Cake, brownies, cookies. The carrot loaf might still be in the oven.
Gasp. Oh,
Dinner with the dishwasher going, and I should have the fabric cut out so I can sit down and hand sew till bedtime.
I'm trying to understand what it's telling me to do for this collar here. Okay, so there's a neck bit that is bigger than the rest of the bit. Okay. And it wants 64 rows, so I need to count 32 on either side. Ooh, okay. I gotta do some counting and some stitch markering.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't help you.
Everybody is welcome to help me count. I ignore you. I reserve the right to ignore everybody while I'm
I feel like
counting.
that's appropriate. I'd ignore everybody while I'm counting.
Now the question is, where did I throw all those loose stitch markers that I found the other day? Not in there. That is not where I put them.
Because really, if I sew my pockets by hand tonight and get them sewn, and get my zipper inserted and in tonight,
Can't use those. Those are inappropriate.
I can hang the skirt overnight because it'll be on the bias just in case it warps.
There we go.
And then tomorrow morning when I get up, I can do the waistband and side seams. And I could be hemming the skirt by tomorrow before I have to leave for Warhammer. If I stay focused.
Elisa's
I
helping me
won't.
count in Spanish.
Something, oh yeah, something will come along and through the monkey and the wrench works, always does. I'll spill something on the floor and have to sweep them up my floor. Like something will go sideways.
This is the halfway point. And actually, I want a different color for that. Okay.
It always does. But it's not an unachievable goal. Even if I only get half those things done, it's a fairly busy Saturday.
I am doing this. I'm doing laundry. And at some point, rice will get made to have with more leftover crispy chicken.
Fair.
Okay, now I need to count 32, except I'm attaching it 2 at a time, so. Oh, except not. Because those are on the sides. Okay.
Ooh, I'll have to track down my bias tape so I can tape my pocket to the waistband.
Yes, okay, I'm going to do. One, two, three, four. Oh gosh. This is just going to be annoying. Doing this attach as you go is considerably less helpful for this part. I might have to do this one separate and sew it on.
I mean, I just did all of mine separate and sewed them on because it's really not that hard.
It isn't, but I hate sewing.
Fair. I do not.
I may just say the collar starts at these squares. And that might just be how it is. I think that's going to be how it is. I just need a picture of this thing for how it's supposed to look. Come on, where's a picture of this thing when I want it?
Oh, I knew what I was going to do. I was going to take a look at those crochet tops.
Looks like...
Why am I knitting when I can be looking at something else?
In fact, okay, yes.
Because I've lost my mind, folks. Because I've lost my mind.
Why have you lost your mind?
I was supposed to be looking at these crocheted tees and stuff. To make one for summer.
Karen was asking, how do you put pockets in a circle skirt? Do you do it in 2 pieces?
Yeah, pretty much is what you do. Is rather, some people you could do the circle skirt where the circle skirt takes up the whole width of the fabric, so from selvage edge to fold. So that way you're just cutting out your waistband and your hemline at the bottom. If you want to do a quick for pocket insert, you cut the other on the fold so that you've got 2 side seams. Because the moment you have side seams, you have a space to just plop a pocket in. The trick with pockets is securing them so they don't stretch out or look funny. I tend to use more classic Victorian pocket shapes because they make a space for waist taping, which is essentially just a non-stretch grosgrain ribbon or bias tape from the top edge of the inside of your pocket to your waistband, so that the weight of whatever you're putting in your pockets is carried by your waistband, not by your side seam. Because when there isn't secured, all of that weight is on the side seams, and that's how you stretch out your pockets so they look weird. And then you don't like the look of your skirt anymore because it doesn't lay properly.
18, 19, why is this so big? 20, 21, 22.
Why is it so hard to find a crochet tee that isn't fucking crew cut? Droop's not supposed to swear.
Nobody heard that. Nothing happened.
I swore, guys. I'm sorry.
4, 5, 6,
I'm not
7,
that sorry.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yes, okay.
But why? Why is it so hard? You just want like a V-neck or a scoop neck. Why is it all crew cut? Ugh. Crew cut.
Do this. Right.
And no, Asa, I am not good enough at crocheting garments yet to crochet my own garment from my head. I need to actually make some first. Yeah.
Okay, we do that. And then we single crochet in this one. Okay, I got this. I got this. We can do this.
Dear designers, please stop taking pictures of white colored fabric on bright white backgrounds.
But it's pretty and aesthetic. Can you hear the sarcasm?
Uh-huh. When your model's Caucasian, your shirt is pale light sand to off-white, and your background's white. All it is white.
That's a whole lot of white.
There's no way regular people don't have problems seeing these details.
But aesthetic. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Look, here's one. Caucasian lady, white background, pink colored top. You can see the top. Why is that so hard?
I don't know.
Why is that so hard?
I don't know. I'm not a designer.
It's a really cute diamond crocheted tank top too. Which might have to go on the list to make because I made that crocheted like bikini top thing the other year. And I love it as far as pajama goes, like summer
Oh,
PJs.
yes.
Oh, yes. I am determined to crochet matching booty shorts for it this year.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because nobody sees me in my house but me and my cats, so it's fine.
Lisa says if it was me, it would be blue for shirts and
Yeah,
things.
like that would be you want a color that shows the texture and the definition of the, but you want a contrast so it's easy for people to see what it is that you're showing off.
But light and minimalist, I don't know. I 100% agree with you.
Like I'm sure there's tons of beautiful patterns we all just skip over and don't make because we can't flip and tell what's going on. So we're kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I got nothing. Oh gosh, this is gonna be long.
Again, wait, are you square? Square neck. What's this?
Suzanne is saying search for v-neck and you get 32,000 plus patterns.
That doesn't mean they're good or worthwhile.
Karen says, did you see that one pattern, the one top in the free pattern collection in the pattern links that is all huge dramatic sleeves? What? There's huge dramatic sleeves in the pattern links. Why am I not looking at this right now?
I tag you when I drop patterns and pattern links, especially if they're to collection bundles I think you might enjoy.
And then I do that delightful thing where I look at the thing and think I'll look at that later, except now it's been marked as red, so I forget about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm trying to get better about that. It would surprise you to hear. I believe I am doing better about that. I'm still terrible, but I'm doing better.
You are doing better.
It's still bad.
You are doing better.
I'll just keep working on that. It is so unfair that my top half is perspiring and my feet are freezing. It is just not fair. I would like to have an even body temperature, please.
Nope, your HVAC is screwed.
I'm an open plan office that wasn't meant to be open plan.
Oh, of course it's Crochet with Carrie.
Oh,
Where's
what
the
have you found
claim?
that's crochet with Carrie?
The Sophia crop,
Oh,
which is this beautiful crocheted lacy bralette thing. It is freaking adorable. Of
I
course it's Crochet with Carrie.
really want to make so many crop tops this year. So I'm really excited about my spring equinox thing. I might work on that next, actually.
Guys,
Really excited
heads
about the
up.
spring
I'm
equinox.
gonna share my screen.
Okay, let's have it.
If I remember how to full size this so I can find the button that lets me share my screen. Because I definitely didn't clear Diana to share hers with me. That. Look at that. Now that is how you
Oh,
show
that is
people a
that is
white
yes.
crocheted
I want
item.
to make that one. I do want to make that. I almost picked that one for my spring equinox.
Isn't that
Honestly,
gorgeous? Isn't that just gorgeous?
Aaron says the only thing worse than white on white is the dark knitting and bad lighting aesthetic.
Oh my god, yeah. That's also another aesthetic I could live without, folks.
But
Could live
apparently, V-neck
without.
crochet free, you get 673 matches. I guess on Ravelry. I was not paying enough attention. I assume we're talking about Ravelry.
Or possible, yeah. I'm not against paying for a pattern, that's not a problem. I just want to follow through with the links on the pattern grouping that I posted earlier this week first.
Actually, look at the thing that you posted.
Look at the
That's
thing I
a
posted
that's a
first
novelty.
and then go. Because I'm taking this sprint off and looking at other things. I do not need a crop thing that just hangs loose in front of one's chest. I mean, it would make my waist look that tiny, but
Beep beep. Oh, okay. That's the timer.
oh
Oh my
hey,
gosh,
is
how
the
do I
sprint
make it
done?
stop?
Oh my gosh, how do I make it
I forgot.
stop?
My other browser. I forgot I'd changed the sound to be the elevator ding. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just make it be the elevator ding because that's way better. There we go. All right, how did everybody do on their sprint?
I did excellent.
I need to pick something that is not a giant blanket in my lap, basically, because this is too warm right now.
Oh
I
my
finished my
gosh.
cuff and I got started on my collar, which is twice the length of the cuffs. Or twice the width, I guess. This is gonna take a while.
I'd have to change the body, but this one's got puff sleeves and a square neckline.
Ooh. Let's put that down. Oh my gosh. Maybe this is my problem. Maybe this is why my upper half is so warm and my lower half is not. Okay, let me try putting a blanket on the floor for my feet. Let me try putting a blanket on the floor with the tassels not facing the chair legs where they'll get tangled.
This seems wise to make sure your tassels are orientated correctly.
Also got 1 inch done on sock legs, got more snacks, more wine, and more tea. Perfect.
Oh, it's a DK weight yarn or a 3 light.
This one. Outdoor knitting, cast on a sock, and knit 5 rounds. I'm slow today. Oh, it's on the
That's
second
fine.
sock. You know what? 5 rounds is 5 more rounds than you had before, so it's progress.
I could scale this to fingering if I wanted.
I technically just did like also 5 rounds and woven an end.
Well,
So
I'm sharing. Guess I should share my screen again, shouldn't I?
if we're looking at patterns, yes.
It was about this bad boy.
That is so cute.
Isn't that adorable?
It's floofy.
I'd want to change the shape of the body, but that's because I do not need to be wider in my middle.
But the puffy sleeves though, right? You're gonna keep the cute puffy sleeves?
Oh yeah, absolutely unaltered.
That's adorable. I love that.
I think that'd be really cute. That could be really cute. This is how I take breaks, people. I just open pattern link pages.
Stretch.
Like a crazy person.
Stretch. I went and put my blanket down for my feet, and then I promptly folded myself in such a way so that my feet are not on the blanket. What is wrong with me? Why am I like this?
I don't know.
I do not understand myself.
You did it. To you.
Oh, Karen says you can make the body longer on the...
Oh, yeah, but I would also make the body more fitted.
Thingy.
Yeah.
Where's my hook? Yes.
Not quite as obsessed with granny square clothing as everybody is.
It's on trend right now.
It is. And in some cases it looks great. In other cases I'm just like, no. But
the stuff that's trending on TikTok, I super don't get. And that makes me feel really old.
You are old, my dear.
I know, but I don't like to feel it.
That's fair. I don't need to have the grindstone tote bag pattern open anymore. I finished it.
Ah, spoilers.
I just need a really big button, and I mean seriously massive
I endorse
button.
the biggest button you can possibly find.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
1000% endorse that. Because how often do you have a reason for just an ostentatiously huge button?
Like never.
Exactly.
Never.
So go big button.
Let's go fingering. Wait.
Jude's off to cook tea and then gonna head out for a hike. Enjoy the rest of the sprints.
Ooh, have fun.
Karen says all the cool kids are granny squaring. Yeah.
Pretty
the
much.
Cool kids are granny squaring. I am not one of the cool kids. I'm like 3 years late on the Harry Styles cardigan.
Crochet.
Whatever. Patchwork cardigans are still in right now. It's fine. This is what I get for trying to knit something on trend. I mean, crochet something on trend. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my own crafts mixed up. Somebody save me from myself.
Guys, she does this all the time.
It's loud in my brain.
It is loud in your brain. It's a delightful hot mess in your brain most days. I love it. I love it.
Are we good for another sprint?
Yeah.
Everybody got their next project lined up? Everybody's hydrated, got more snacks?
I always have hydration. I learned how to do that ages ago.
Hydration is key.
Hydration is key.
I need to stop sitting that way that hurts my elbow. I know better.
Yes, you do. Oh, that's just dang cute.
Okay, I'm going to start another sprint, if we're all ready.
Yes, I will pick a project to join.
I mean the other person on the stream. Thumbs up. Okay, we're gonna start it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Sprint number the...
Third.
Fourth? Third?
Third.
Sprint number the whatever.
The third, guys. Don't trust the Jamaican rum coffee drinker.
Pattern on this one? It's chain one. I need to look at my pattern. Oh gosh.
Which one are you working on?
I'm working on my atomic rainbow.
Bandeau.
Spring bandeau. What was it? Spring Valley bandeau. I just don't remember what the stitch pattern was. It was like, I think it was a chain one and a single crochet, but I don't remember which one came first.
I'm the wrong human to ask.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm pulling up the pattern. Okay, chain one, single crochet in first single crochet.
Oh, I'm the human that just realized that the next time I get my hair trimmed will be the only growth on my head will be everything I've grown out since I stopped cutting my undercut.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
I have almost decided to go do something with my hair. Almost.
Almost.
I know.
Oh, goodness.
I'm so exciting. Almost. The something is also not an exciting cut, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. I just like the dyed part of my hair has faded to a red, so like the length of my hair is red, but the hair on the rest of my head is like brown. And I just want to ease that transition because it's starting to bother me. I don't know why it's only starting to bother me. It's looked like this for like over a year, but now it's starting to bother me.
Whatever. If that's how long it took, that's how long it took.
Now I'm trying to decide between, do I do like the purpley color that I've done before, or do I do like a natural hair color?
I'm
And
on
weird
row
hair
7.
colors are out of the question in case anybody in chat's trying to make suggestions. Weird, like the fashion hair colors that involve bleach are out of the question because my hair is too long to get bleached and not be severely damaged.
We will be doing fashion colors for Diana until she decides to cut her hair. And I mean, like to her shoulder blades or up the middle
Oh
of her back
yes,
to cut her
I
hair.
have a notion that someday in the probably not too distant future, like I really want to make knee length. That is my arbitrary goal. And if I
You've
take
made
really
knee
good,
length.
I have been like not quite true knee length, like just brushing the tops of my knees. I want to be like honestly true knee length, and then I will have achieved my goal. And then I might do something radical and get like layers and bleaches and fun colors and all that stuff. Just walk into the
Yeah.
hair salon and like, who wants to play with knee length hair? You can do anything you want. It just has to still count as being long, just not like necessarily super long. It has to be longer than my shoulders when you're done.
Man, even if you went in and had them chop it to where your pants start, which is your lower waist, hip bone,
Yeah, that would still be
eh,
dramatic for
th
me.
that'd still be super dramatic. And it also means like then it's an achievable length to lighten it and like give it a funky colored dye or whatever you want to do with it.
I love the idea of doing like the ridiculous like sunset hair or mermaid hair or
Oh, I want mermaid hair
silver or
so bad.
prism hair or
Oh, I want mermaid hair so bad.
and
So
I
bad.
am well aware that walking in with all my hair and saying do this is like a minimum $700 proposition.
Yep.
I am aware of
We are
this.
aware. You know how much it costs to deal with her hair, people.
Elisa says diet purple. Okay, one vote for purple. Karen says you don't want to F up your hair with bleach, but a nice purple or red would look pretty. Okay.
If you're gonna bleach, do it through a salon.
Oh my gosh, yes, I am absolutely, yeah. No, I am not going to F up my hair with bleach. I am well aware of how that works. If I do decide to start playing with bleach, there's going to be a significant cut that goes along with it. Because I'm liking the layered, like the shaggy haircut kind of thing that's going on right now. I think that looks so cool. But also, you can't do that with hair this long because you have to braid hair this long, and braids and layers really don't play nice together. So,
They super do. Row 7 of the Digglytail. Guys, the only reason I'm growing this out to my waistband is to make mermaid hair. Once this gets down to the waistband, she's getting bleached, she's going mermaid, and then it'll be back to a super short bob cut. Because that's Diana, that is what I do. I grow it out, I do something radical, and then I chop it all off. Nobody will think I'm 42 with mermaid hair, I'll tell you that much.
Lisa says my
My
mom dyed her
cats.
hair blue and bleach, but my hair never went past my shoulder then. Oh, no, my mom dyed my hair blue and bleach, but my hair never went past my shoulder. I can read. Yeah, no, if you're gonna play with bleach, bleach and
Do it
long
in a
hair does
salon.
not go well together.
Yeah, you have
Like
to.
elbow length maximum. After that, it'll just break.
No, you can do it. You just have to be careful, do it through a salon, and be aware that you're frying your hair.
I think practically speaking, like, bleaching your hair significantly increases the chances of it breaking,
Yes.
even if you do it through a salon.
And if you don't have healthy hair to start with, that's an even worse proposition.
Also that, yes. I like to think I have reasonably healthy hair.
I have disgustingly healthy hair.
Your hair is ridiculous.
My hair's
I can't
so
believe I
dumb.
never tried to braid your hair before last November, October, whenever we
Yeah,
were in Edmonton. I can't believe I'd never tried to braid your
November.
hair before.
Yeah. That's because I sat there and I was like, how do I braid hair?
So
It's
pumped up on
not
allergy meds.
attached
Like,
to my
what's a
braid.
braid?
That's a braid. Well, it's because I was taking my mom's allergy meds because I forgot mine at home.
Ah,
I was out to lunch.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of hair. Like it looks like a lot of hair. Guys, no, it looks like a healthy amount of hair. It's an obscene amount of hair.
It's a ridiculous amount of hair.
It's kind of
Can I
dumb,
have some of your
yes.
hair?
I know. Uh,
You won't miss it.
no, I won't. I shed like crazy because I've got gray hair everywhere.
Oh, also was asking what is mermaid hair?
It's a blue-green color. Uh, so I'm gonna get it blue-green and I want it low lighted so that it looks like the depths of the ocean.
Sunset hair
Yeah.
being a similar thing, but with like reds and purples and oranges.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's prism hair where it's like silver, but it's got little pieces of rainbow.
Yeah. Basically, I want to make my hair look like it belongs next to a coral reef.
I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I do mermaid, but I'm very excited by prism hair.
Prism hair would be good. Well, like when I dye my hair now, I tend to go with like that red brown color, which looks really good. I've done blue because I did like blue,
It was very blue. I was there.
and I look good in blues and greens. So I think I want to do the mermaid hair where you get like the highlight colors and then you get the low light colors, and it looks amazing if it's done through a salon and done properly.
Oh yeah.
But oh yeah, so want to do that. So want to do that.
Karen says I bleached my hair and dyed it green when I was 18, but it was a lot shorter than yours. Yeah.
Getting my hair cut is $70 to $80. There's so much of it.
I have no idea what a haircut on my hair costs because I never get more than like a half-inch trim off the bottom just to clean up the ends.
Yeah.
But I'm always doing that as part of like a color, and they're like, okay, you know what? You're already paying me like $300. Like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah. I just one of those ones where everyone's like, "Oh, it looks so gorgeous, all pinned up." It did. I got it curled and pinned up for one event in my entire life, my sister's graduation, because she requested it. I had a migraine for 2/3 of my sister's graduation day.
Oh yeah, that's
We
why for
stopped counting after 200 pins
ugh.
when we took my hair out at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I knew for my wedding hair, I'm absolutely no more than half up because that was not gonna work for me.
Oh God, no. Your hair looked beautiful.
Thank you.
Again, it's not disparaging that I don't remember your wedding. It's just I've been to so many, unless you
No,
have
it was
real standout
all things
things.
considered, it was a fairly standard wedding.
You
I
had you
also
had a
don't remember all
really
that much of it, so it's fine.
you had a really nice basic wedding. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
Wrong with
nothing
that.
went wrong. Nobody remembers bad things about it, so that's really all I was going for.
Well, no, I remember bad things. I just don't bring them up very often.
Oh, well, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh, no, that thing. Okay, no, I remember.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that
yeah.
thing.
Just makes sense too. It's not your fault.
It was an unfortunate thing. My eyes
And the
twitching.
coffee bar was fun.
My eyes twitching. Why is my eye twitching?
I can't believe you forgot you had a coffee bar. You were so gung ho about that coffee bar.
I don't think I got any of the coffee bars, so I forgot it was there.
That's your fault.
That seems to be how weddings work when, I don't know, like the bride doesn't actually get to like do anything. You're just too busy saying hi to everybody at least once. And that somehow takes the entire day. I don't know.
Depends on the bride, depends on the wedding.
Sorry, I've been ignoring chat. What's going on here? Lisa says, I want to braid my hair, but it's barely able to go in a ponytail since it's wavy. It's gotta grow longer. I don't know. Braiding wavy hair is a little bit extra challenging, I think.
Yes, it is. I remember when I had my hair permed, braiding it had to happen when it was wet.
I'm trying to braid my hair when it's already got braid waves in it. It's a little bit extra.
That was fun. I haven't permed my hair in decades.
Anna says, I had my hair cut last Monday. Left over 12 inches there. Oh, wow. That's quite significant.
Oh,
I didn't realize it was
must
that
feel
much.
so good. Must feel amazing. It looked great in the photos.
Mm-hmm.
Slip marker. It won slip marker.
Also says, I need to mention that to my hairstylist next time. I just got some blue into it now. Oh, we might have a mermaid hair convert.
Yeah. I mean, you can Google photos. Like, there's some amazing shade work done. And it just looks so good.
Yeah.
Then again, heavens only knows what color I'm going to dye it, because right now I'm rewatching Fairy Tale. They have wild hair colors in there.
I'll definitely do anime hair. Apparently I need to enunciate more because prism hair sounds kind of like prison hair. Yes, prism, like light refraction.
Whoops.
Yeah, not like jail. I have no idea what prison hair would look like. No idea.
I have no idea either. One of these years we have to go to the anime convention out by you. Oh my God.
Yeah,
When's
what?
the last wedding you have to attend this year? Said one would
June.
April.
Beginning of June is the other one.
Why couldn't it have been July?
Because that's when they decided to get married. I don't know.
I want to talk to those friends that need to move it back by a month.
Sorry. They're not even my friends. They're Mr. Diana's friends. I really have no say in this matter.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't have anyway. Because you know what happens the 14th, 15th, and 16th
Icon?
of July? Yeah. But you're here in the wrong month.
I'm sorry. You know, I'm just doing my best with the holiday time I have.
Yeah, that's fine. Add this cute little nifty detail right here on the edge piece. It'll look great. Freaking forget to do a stupid fiddly piece of mother fudgers. I will tell you this much. I like the Diggly Dell. I am not overly impressed with this increase patterning.
It's weird and doesn't make sense? Or it's just really fiddly?
It's fiddly. It makes sense. It's just fiddly, and I don't think it needs to be this kind of fiddly.
Make pattern modifications. Those always go so well.
No, I've learned from your mistakes.
I'm glad somebody has. Because I certainly haven't.
Pearl 1 slip marker. It's like, it doesn't need to be this fiddly. It's just a nuisance. Just a nuisance.
Lisa says, I remember my dad took me to a child-free wedding when I was 4. It was the flower girl, and my little brother and mom were at home since he was 6 months. And my dad didn't like his siblings. That sounds like a long, boring day for a kid.
Trust me, if I ever thought I'd get married, it would be a child-free wedding.
They make such adorable members of the wedding party, though.
Nope. But I've told you what I'd want if I ever got married, haven't I? I must have.
Run away and do it somewhere else?
No, my mother's offered to bribe me if that's ever a thing she says I actually get to do.
Ah,
She'll pay
right.
me
That's your.
to
That's
leave the
what your
country.
mother wants.
Yeah,
Is an
yeah.
elopement. Elopement, is that the word?
Yes.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, no. Cash money prize to do it at the courthouse and get on an airplane and go away. Mom hates dressing up, guys.
Well, she didn't have to dress up.
She does. She'd be the mother of a bride. Dad would insist. No, it would be a brunch idea or early afternoon tea.
Yes, I think I remember this now.
Because I don't care. On my wedding day, I will be barefoot in pajamas eating a steak in the hotel room by 6 o'clock. Y'all can go away.
Yep. Honestly, that might be the way to do it. It's probably cheaper that way, too.
Early afternoon, hire a babysitter, you're home by dinner, no children, no booze, no dancing. Because those are things I don't like or do. So why would I have them at a wedding?
That's fair.
Coffee, tea, cakes, board games, love you, bye.
Sounds pretty great.
Get up in the morning, get dressed, take photos before the ceremony. One and done. So I'm smart
I
about
have
it. I
not been
put the
paying
hotel
attention
room with
to
the
chat.
jacuzzi
Fiber
tub.
Friends podcast popped in.
Oh, hey,
Hi.
that'd be Cheryl or Louise.
Lisa says, my mom thinks that child-free weddings are a reason why two family members are in a divorce. Ooh, that sounds spicy.
That's not even remotely true, but okay.
She is Puerto Rican and very family focused.
Yeah.
I guess partner is not, and
That's a discussion they should have had before they got married. Yeah.
that feels like maybe a thing that could have been communicated a little more clearly. But
Hmm.
you know what? It's their life.
Yep,
They
pretty
can do what
much.
they want.
I am very honest with all of my partners. No children. No children. I am from day one. It is a non-negotiable with me. I don't have any interest in having kids.
Oh yes, Fiber Friends is in fact Louise.
Ooh, surprise. Stop in, do some whip sprints. That should be visiting with her grandbaby. She's a grandma.
Yeah.
Though she probably does need to do some sprints because I suspect there's some whips aplenty.
Struggle. Why is this first stitch always such a struggle? Strubble. It's a strubble.
It's a
Strubble.
struggle. It's a
Strubble.
struggle.
I'm
Okay.
strubbling.
You're, you're
I have
something.
strubbles. Can't you see them? I have so many.
Yeah, because like the check-in with Louise is not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Oh, check-in knitting. That's starting to weigh heavy on my head too. Like, oh my God. It's a good thing I said progress for that one. Yeesh. Should I say FO for our craft off one? I can't remember.
I don't know. What were you doing for your craft off? I don't remember.
Oh, the Lacy Petals cardigan.
I do not remember if you said progress or finish. I
I
feel like
absolutely said
probably.
progress for the
Oh,
one with Louise because it's the brioche hug.
oh gosh.
Absolutely said progress on that one.
I feel like progress is acceptable.
Okay.
I don't remember if I actually set myself a specific goal. I feel like it was finish the singles.
I think so. I think
I think that
so.
was the goal. I can tell you right now, applying is definitely not happening.
Oh,
But I think I can do singles.
God, I'm melting to death. I gotta open a window when we're done this sprint.
3 more minutes. Sprint, sprint.
Hot.
I have finished
Repeat
one row
rows
on this
7
bandeau. They're
and
so long.
8. 1, 2, 4. What size am I making?
For what?
The Jiggly Doll.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Da, da, da,
I have
da, try
absolutely no idea.
to
Why do you
scroll
think I know these
up.
things?
What do you mean? You're not just a functioning external memory port for me? It feels like a cheat. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I am making size 6.
Well, Louise is with the baby right now. She isn't a happy girl right now. Oh no. I hope everything's okay.
Babies can have moments. This is a thing.
Also
You
says
can get
Louise can do WIP sprints for a week and still have masses to get.
probably, yeah, yeah, yeah. But oops, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to do row 7 and 8 9 more times. Oh Lord.
Karen thinks you didn't use the F word, but not 100% sure.
I don't think I did for either of them. I know for sure I didn't on the brioche hug because I was in the ribbing at the bottom of a bottom up brioche sweater. There is no way I would have used the word finish for that.
Yeah.
No. Lazy pedals, I think I said progress. I might have said finish. I don't recall.
Louise says you could go for a finish.
Thanks, Louise. I appreciate your belief in me.
And the next live with you two is on the 6th of April?
Yes. Yeah, it's the
Okay.
6th of April. Yeah, because this coming Thursday is the last Thursday of the month. No Critical Role. And then the first Thursday of the month, I have Check In with Louise and Critical Role.
Ooh. Goal by, I guess, the 6th. Catch up on Critical Role.
This would be the time to do it.
I know, because I'm not going to fall farther behind this week. I'm so behind. It's an embarrassment.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
This
18,
bendo
19,
is bringing me
20.
joy, so I think laundry and this and Critical Role for the rest of the day. Sounds magnificent.
Let's make a little
For crispy
cheat
chicken
thing.
on rice and some quick pickles for dinner.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good. I don't have
Or
any
actually, you
of
know what?
those
I think there's still
things.
more of the udon noodle stir fry that Mr. Diana made to go with the chicken last night. Maybe we'll just do that.
I'm definitely doing a hamburger soup of some sort. No, we do pasta red sauce. We decided that, didn't we? Yes, we did. Pasta red sauce.
Ding! Sprint done.
Oh, good.
I got 1 1/4 rows done. These rows are so long.
I got
Ugh.
2 rows done on my Diggly Dell. And now I'm gonna mark up a piece of paper so I can keep track of my repeats. Because I need to do a number of repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to do 9 repeats of rows 7 and 8.
Fascinating. The fabric that I'm getting on this is very stretchy vertically, but it's hardly stretchy at all widthwise.
Really?
Like, like widthwise, it's like I guess there's a little bit of spring to it, but then vertically it's like, wah. That's very interesting. I think this is going to be wear something underneath it. It's going to be a touch lacier than perhaps will be appropriate. At least for outside the house wear.
I think inside the house would be fine, because really.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I've got 8 rows, and at 20, how many rows do I switch colors? Fiddly, people. Fiddly. Fiddly.
Yes.
Phoenix joined in the
Here I'm
row
thinking like, oh
number
man, I'm getting so
included
hungry. I've got toast.
included
I have toast
the
sitting right here. It's been
right
sitting here the
wrong
whole time.
side
There's
set
toast.
up row. I'm
Oh,
always
what's
away
going
from
on?
that case.
Oh, Asa's got vacation time early April. Lisa feels
Aha.
weird for being a newish D&D player and haven't really seen Critical Role. That's super fine. You do not need to watch Critical Role to enjoy D&D. In fact, it's possibly better to do D&D without all of the
25
influence of
rows in
Critical
color
Role.
1.
Not that Critical Role is bad, or that you shouldn't let it influence you, but like having your own experience rather than the expectation of it being like Critical Role. Because those are voice actors that do voices and improv professionally. You're just not going to get that at a regular table.
I can't see the pen anymore. Oh, I hate going blind.
It does suck. I assume it does, anyway. I
By
imagine it
far
does.
the most frustrating thing I've ever had to do in my life.
I think I'm going to do even more crochet.
But I don't want to use Knit Companion or anything before someone starts suggesting it, because it's just as annoying and it's not accessible. How are we going to do this?
Oh no, Knit Companion is... it has problems. I mean, I like it enough that I pay for it every year, but it definitely has its problems.
Maybe a darker pen might be okay if I make the boxes really thick.
Louise says her knee is getting better, but still off work for another 9 weeks. Lots of knitting.
Ooh.
9 weeks. That's so much knitting time. But also so much baby snuggling time. Which probably precludes the knitting.
And yet,
and yet,
I'm going to call it. Not as much is going to get done as Louise thinks is going to get done.
Well, no, there's a baby to snuggle. It's very important.
Says
I mean, I know which one I'd rather do.
Knit.
Well, as long as the baby isn't noisy or smelly.
Really?
As long as it's quiet and cuddly.
Really?
Yes.
Guys, this is why she's an aunt.
Yeah, it is. I like them when they're quiet and they smell good.
Most people like babies when they're quiet and smell good.
Yeah. Oh,
I am one of the few that don't find children interesting.
Front panels, here we go.
They know I don't find them interesting though once they're big enough to wander around, and they always come find me. It's like the cat thing. If you don't like cats, cat come find you.
Alright. For my next sprint. Also, we didn't talk about how long we were going to do this. How many more sprints are we doing? Because it is 3:30 my time.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So we'll do at least one more and maybe one more after that. See how we're feeling?
Sure.
Okay, so at least one more sprint. So everybody refresh your drinks. Get a snack. I'm going to take a moment for a snack. I'm going to work on the front panel for my four cardigan because it's been staring at me and I've been wanting to work on it for a while.
Good call.
I'm going to eat this darn toast that's been sitting here this whole darn time.
Oh, jeez.
This whole gosh darn time. My sad, soggy toast.
1, 2, 3, 4. Quick. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Karen's on vacation now, 2.5 weeks off. Very nice. Nikki's working on her tar socks, Taar, for hubby out of Croy and Crafty. I apologize if the siren is coming through. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of them.
Or we get sirens a lot over here, so it's fine. It usually doesn't get picked up for very often or very loud.
Also says I have a week of hell at work next week, and I might need to work for the first few days of the week after next.
Okay, so
That sucks. My gross week of work is conveniently right before my vacation in Manitoba, so that's lining up very nicely. I'm happy about that. I'm not happy about the week of work that I'm not looking forward to, but I'm happy that it's right before a week of vacation.
Oh, excellent. I'm going to change colors when I've done these increases.
Nice. Lisa says,
Work, pen.
The DM and some of the players do watch Critical Role, and the voice actors are amazing at their jobs. I feel I'm missing some of the lore and DM choices for not watching it. The world for our campaign is homebrew. That's why I have stuffed animals to sleep with.
That's Here you go. I made the squares dark enough I can see them.
Nice. What are the squares for?
To remind me what repeat I'm doing, as I do 9 repeats of row 7 and 8 on my Diggly Doll.
That makes sense, I guess.
Which I'm now
kids are better when you can give them back. Yes. Also says, I love children and babies, but the best part of giving them to the parents is giving them to the parents when I'm done. I 100% agree. Kids are great, but I love being able to sleep through the night. And the mess in my house is due to me, largely.
There you go. I'm going to work on my fingerless knitting.
Oh, 2 at a time. TAAT, 2 at a time. Socks. Got it. I understand.
That's what I made to work on this sprint.
Lisa says, my dad said that, but I was still impressed he got one of my cousins to fall asleep on him. See, I feel like a lot of things with, I don't know, guys are like, I don't like this thing, it's awful, and then it turns out they actually love the thing, and they're like, oh, I don't like cats, whatever, and then they actually are, like, the best friends with the cat when the family finally gets a cat. And, like, I don't know, same with babies. Or maybe other people's babies. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. There's words.
There's words?
There's words. Okay. Stretch. Are we ready for our next sprint?
Sure.
I'm gonna have another bite of toast first.
Oh, I was going to open the window.
Nobody reminded me like 2 hours ago to get one of the little twisty keys for my needles. I've just remembered. And we're not in a sprint, so I'm going to do that.
I remembered. Hoped you'd stick to the crochet projects so there'd be a freaking FO. One of the two.
That's not a key, that's a T-pin. That goes with my T-pins. Why is that in here?
Some days, my dear, I worry about you.
I worry about me too. What is going on in here? Why are there T-pins? These are legitimately, like, pins for blocking. Don't stab yourself on the blocking pins.
I try not to. Uh-oh.
Okay, this one is not sharp. It's not a T-pin. It's one of those little keys. Good grief.
Are we picking up that sound?
I am picking up no sound.
Okay.
What sound am I not picking up?
Well, I've got my window open, which means my blinds are moving. And they're vertical, so sometimes they're clicking against each other, which I need because I can't let a full afternoon sun come through my southern exposed windows.
That's fair. I do not hear anything, but I also don't have the best headphones in.
We're good. If nobody has any issues with it, I will leave it be. It will likely drive me crazy before it drives anybody else crazy. There we go. Ah, yes.
I was reading all the comments about kids, and
Kids is one of those very divisive topics.
kids are great, but I'm also glad I don't have any. But I'm also really happy for everybody that has kids that wants kids and loves their kids, and that's great. Kids are great. Strange little creatures.
They are.
Okay. So, where am I at? I have this much ribbing for the bottom of my front panel on my 4-hour cardigan.
Okay.
I'm going to see how much I can get done in 25 minutes. How does this work? What is life?
What is life?
What is crochet? How do I do it? Okay, I'm going to hit the go button, okay?
Hit the go button.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Pomodoro. Oh, I guess that actually isn't shown on the screen. I'm using an online Pomodoro, and then just capturing that part of Pomodoro timer, and then capturing that part of the screen to put it on the stream. The Pomodoro method being this method of doing 25-minute sprints of work. It's supposed to be 5 minutes in between the 25 minutes, and then you take a longer 15-minute break, but whatever. It's a 25-minute timer. That's what we've got.
That's a half double crochet that I did, right? Quick, everybody,
Chain one.
you know what I did in my head, right?
Absolutely. What did you do in your head?
I half double crocheted. That's what I did. Chain one. Let's see. First, top. Right.
Here we go. Come on. Why is it so weird to change hook sizes? Everything's different. I can't do it. Ugh, such a struggle.
Ugh, I gotta close the window. The banging's driving me nuts.
But the sprint, you're getting distracted. Ah.
I am in fact writing pattern notes right now as we speak. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 partial rows of text. That's enough for Elsa, right?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She's received less.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There's still a chart waiting for me to convert into written instructions that I've been avoiding successfully for 2 weeks now.
Ooh. If you keep going like that, you might make a whole month of successfully ignoring things that you're supposed to do that you actually do want to do. Or rather, that you would like to be done, not that you want to do the thing. I have many of those. There are many things I would like to be done that I don't want to do. Like laundry. Sneeze.
Oh my god, stop making that.
Nope, I'm not gonna sneeze. Ugh, I hate that. Ow, my nose hurts. Ugh. I think it finally stopped raining.
Well, that's good.
Well, maybe I will go for a walk today. Might be nice to at least go get some eggs so I can make the baked oatmeal I've been wanting.
So what constitutes baked oatmeal?
It's basically it's oatmeal but in cake form. It'd be like making a mug cake, but like oatmeal. Or maybe it's like making a baked granola bar. You get an oat cake is what you get.
But because like cake is tasty, granola is tasty, oatmeal is not, so I don't understand.
Well, you're incorrect because oatmeal is delicious when covered in suitable amounts of fruit and sugar. Unsweetened oatmeal is wallpaper paste. But no, it's more like a cake, I would say, because there's like brown sugar in it, and then if you want, you can, when you have your slice for breakfast or whatever, you can stick it in the toaster oven so it's got nice little crispy edges, and then you can have it with either like yogurt or like maple syrup or like milk and make it sort of like a cereal thing. I like it. I like to have it with some kind of fruit and yogurt. And it's a really nice kind of grab and go instant mostly breakfast. And you can eat you can eat it cold if you're really in a hurry or just lazy and don't feel like waiting for it to heat up. Which is also nice.
I'm going to stick to the traditional other breakfasts that I've gotten into.
I'm just approximately 87 and I have oatmeal for breakfast basically every day in some form or other. It'd be weird on the day where I'm actually 87 and be like, oh, I've been saying I'm 87 for 50 years.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was going to be exaggerating there, but nope. That's not an exaggeration.
Nope. That is not an exaggeration.
Nope, it is not. Oh, sorry, Chad has opinions on oatmeal that I haven't been reading.
I'm sure they do.
Also says, I'm just going to do the grump in Discord every time Jocelyn is online. I assume this is a sound.
Possibly.
Crafty Chemist says no to oatmeal, but yes to oatcake cookies. Fine. I guess. Nikki agrees with me. Oatmeal is yummy when done right.
Oatmeal cookies? Delicious. Oatmeal? No.
Karen likes oatmeal occasionally with fruit and maple syrup. Nikki likes dates and walnuts with honey or brown sugar. That's some fancy sounding oatmeal. That's a lot fancier than my... I have like the frozen berry mix and a scoop of protein powder. My oatmeal is not fancy enough for dates and walnuts.
Yeah. Oatmeal cookies, haystack cookies, oatmeal nut loaves, oatmeal crumble on things. Oatmeal, like oats, great. Use them in a lot of things. Using oats in oatmeal is a waste of oats.
Incorrect. Also says oatmeal cookies are oatmeal done right.
Exactly.
I like my sweetened berry paste. I'll put up my wallpaper with it if I want to. Sally likes oatmeal with raisins and cinnamon. Also a solid combination. Oatmeal cookies are the only instance where I like raisins in my cookies. In no other instance do I want to see a raisin in my cookie. But
Oh man,
oatmeal
my
cookies.
DM would disown you if he knew you, if you said that. He has
Raisins
some
in
very
cookies are
strong
just
cookie
disappointing.
opinions.
Raisins in cookies are disappointing except for oatmeal cookies. This is my stance. I will die on this hill.
That's right. I like a clean, basic oatmeal cookie with nothing in it.
Because, like, otherwise you just look at this cookie and you're like, oh, look, a chocolate chip cookie. It's going to be so good and chocolatey. And then it's raisin, and it's like, oh, well, that's not what I was expecting.
I think some of his bias is that his absolute favorite cookie on the planet is chocolate chip cookies.
I think my favorite cookie right now is those gochujang caramel cookies.
Yes, they are.
Because those are good. It's like a ginger cookie, but actually spicy. Downright addictive.
So long as you like spicy cookies, yes.
Yes. Provided you like spicy things. And then,
See,
of
no,
course, you
I
get
don't
to have
know.
the argument with yourself that your mouth likes spicy things, but perhaps your insides do not like the spicy things as much as your mouth does.
Fair, fair. Whereas I'm like, if I want to add
That's always a
protein powder
dance.
into something, I don't put protein powder in my oatmeal. I don't eat oatmeal unless I absolutely have to. I put protein powder in my chickpea cookies.
That could work. Oatmeal is
I
very
should make
divisive.
chickpeas cookies.
Oatmeal cookies need raisins. Louise is with me. She loves oatmeal. Could eat it every morning. Excellent. Good.
I
Team
can't.
oatmeal.
I can't. Ugh. Just can't.
Oatmeal and peanut butter cookies. People have opinions about oatmeal. I didn't
They
realize
do.
it was such a divisive topic. I'm so awake. Can't you tell?
Sure can.
Yeah. I did not have 12 cups of coffee today. I, in fact, had one 8-ounce cup of coffee today.
Um, I love over caffeinated you.
You and everybody else, apparently.
I'm watching it, I'm editing, and I'm like, my God, am I exhausted when we did this? I'm like, no, I was perfectly normally awake and aware of what was going on.
No, I was
Wow, you were caffeinated.
just
Okay.
absolutely flying. I swear I only had like 10 ounces of coffee. Like a perfectly normal amount of coffee. I don't know what else was going on that day, but I was loving life.
I miss the drunk coffee a lot. Don't worry. I feel you.
Also, on the heel turn for socks, I had an inch of rib and 2 sprints made. Full leg, heel flap, and now heel turn. Holy. I like to see. I just want to like watch Asa knit socks. Because I feel like I can learn things about how to knit faster. Elisa doesn't like coffee. I didn't like coffee either until I finally had good coffee. And then I knew what coffee was supposed to taste like, so even bad coffee became tolerable. Because it was like at least the memory of good coffee. Except now I'm a coffee snob. It's a very expensive problem to have.
I miss caffeine in all its forms.
It is a good time. Except when you have too much and then there's the anxiety that comes with 12 cups of coffee. That's less fun.
Yes, it is.
Nikki has a whole... Hang on, I can't read. I have a whole food, plant-based, carrot cake, overnight oatmeal recipe that is amazing. That was a lot of words. A whole food, plant-based, carrot cake, overnight oatmeal.
You can keep it. I don't want it.
Well, I will take that recipe. Because I love carrot cake. And oatmeal, as we have established. Also says, I am not a speedy knitter. Did you not just hear how much knitting you did in 2 sprints? No. If I was knitting on a sock, I would not have got that much done in 25 minutes.
I will have a rebuttal in a second.
Lisa, I had my daddy's really good coffee and I tasted it a little and didn't finish it. I don't know, maybe it's an acquired taste thing. I like coffee. I also prefer unsweetened hot chocolate. So, maybe I'm just weird. Oh my gosh, come on, Stitch! Ugh. Sally says, I started a small scrappy corner-to-corner blanket with the leftover DK. Nice. Chain 1. Single crochet. Through the back loop. If I start throwing out numbers, will I be helping you count?
Absolutely.
17. 26. 4. 32. 5.
I'm not even trying. Yep, I'm right. I'm 2 stitches short. I thought I was. We're short. Ooh, just a row ago. That's an easy fix.
Can you just fudge the 2 stitches?
Why? It's crochet.
Oh.
I could just rip back the 133 stitch row to the 2 stitches.
That's fair. Also says, I challenged someone to a sock competition. This person accepted the challenge but did not follow through.
We didn't set a time limit on when I had to be finished socks. We set a time limit on when you had to be finished socks. Yeah.
I'm gonna stay awake for another sprint. I might have to get up and move around.
Do some constitutional stretching and moving.
Yeah, start some laundry.
True, this is the same woman who challenged me to a sock thing that decided that I should make this fingerless mitten I'm just putting together for myself a pattern, which is more work.
Oh, I see. So she challenged you to the sock thing and then promptly filled your plate with a bunch of other work?
Yeah.
I see.
She knew what was happening. And to be fair, it's going to be a free pattern for this fingerless mitten because I'm literally just going to write out what I did to make my size with notes on how to make it your sized and then release it.
Also says, you wanted a pair of socks each month, lady.
I did. I need more socks.
You better get on it. Karen says you should have challenged Jen. Between the two of you, you would have finished 1,000,000 socks by now. Maybe one day I will be speedy. Maybe one day I will realize that it's less about being speedy and more about dedicating a certain amount of time to the craft.
I don't think it's that your speed in your craft is the problem.
I think in my case it's more about the amount of time I dedicate to this versus anything else I do in my day.
Yeah. Oh, didn't your Mr. Diana want to go see a movie while you guys were in town?
Did he? Did he say
That's
something
what his
about
brother said.
Oh. Oh, I think the D&D movie is out.
I think
Maybe
that's
it was
what
that one.
I think that's the one that Ed was talking about.
I had not heard anything towards a formal plan, or even a hint of a plan. I did not even know
think
that
it's
this
so
was a
much
thing
a
we were doing.
plan. I think it was a hey. Chris said this is something that might be fun to do, and I went, yeah, no, that could be fun.
And that's as far as it got.
That's as far as it'll probably get.
Fair.
But yes, should it come up in discussion? Yeah, sure, I'm game to go to a movie.
Okay.
I haven't been to the movie theater since the pandemic started.
I have seen Dune twice and the Downton
Why
Abbey movie.
twice?
Because that's when lockdowns finally lifted and people were going to see movies again, and everybody wanted to go see that movie, so I just went and saw it twice because I was so excited to see people again.
Okay, I am not that excited to see people enough to see Doom twice.
I was really excited to see people. And Dune's like, fine. I kinda understood what was going on the second time.
Oh boy.
It was a Dune heavy week because I think we went the first time and I had no idea what was going on. And then we watched the 1980s Dune at home, which is very exposition heavy.
So it's hard to beat 1980s Dune.
It's
because
really
that computer graphics, man,
is really something.
It's a whole thing.
And then the following weekend, we went to see the new Dune again, and I kind of understood what was going on better. Also, there was a D-box the second time. Not that I was in the D-box, but like I was next to it, and so The bassier bits of the soundtrack were very oomphy. There was much
Oofy.
oomph.
Oh, I don't mind going to the movie theater with you three, because you three know how to help me advocate for the stuff I need. As in, those two stand around looking at us funny while you and I get the problem solved.
They stand around and look pretty.
Yeah. I'm going to have to see if I've got headphones with a headphone jack, though.
Mm.
Still, I think I do. Because that super smashy fancy pager that I need to use is headphone jack enabled. But if we do that, we should do that on a non-weekend, non-busy.
Yeah.
Because
A
it just
weeknight if the boys
causes
want to come, and I don't know, pick an afternoon if the boys don't want to come.
recovery. Because, oh my God, it's a nightmare to get that described audio box on a busy night.
Ugh. There was an amazing number of steps to get one that worked and was plugged into the right movie. Ding! Sprint done.
I just, really, really.
No, we need the described audio. No, here's the thing that does the subtitles. She can hear it just fine. She can't see it. We need the audio one. We finally get the audio one, sit down in the theater. This isn't keyed to the right movie. We're hearing some other movie
Yep.
in the thing. Like,
Yep.
this doesn't make any sense. I had to go out and fix that again. It was too many
By the way,
steps.
if I didn't have somebody with me, I would have been stuck with a described audio for the wrong movie for a movie I paid to see.
Because it's dark. And yeah.
I can't get in and out of the movie theaters on my own anymore. As it is, I'm going to drive both of the boys nuts because we're going to have to sit center, front, and low because I can't do distance from the screens anymore.
Well, they don't have to sit with us. They can go somewhere else.
You can go ahead and explain that to them. I'm not going to. My parents do. My parents ditch me in the movie theater. Dad sets me down in the spot that's for me, and then him and mom go sit up in the back. And then they pick me up on the way out.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 of 36 rows. I was making the smallest size of the 4 cardigan, wasn't I?
Probably. It'd be silly for you to make the bigger size.
Because I think I decided I didn't need like 10 inches of positive ease.
Yes. We both decided that was kind of crazy. There you go. Progress on the airless button.
Nice.
And given the length of the other fingerless mitten, I am at my thumb. So, yeah, I am halfway down the body of the mitten.
Well, it's 4 o'clock for me, which I guess it's 3 o'clock for you.
Yep.
How are we feeling about sprints?
Feeling like I need a stretch. Oh,
7th inning stretch?
yeah, everything feels better after a good stretch. Oh,
Ooh.
good steps.
Something went click. That was exciting.
I
That
know,
was
that's what feels
unanticipated.
good. Hook my arms behind my chair and slowly stretch my chesticles out. Oh,
Nikki got 10 rows on the socks done.
ooh, lovely. Oh, I was going to measure my progress on my sock, which I have been working on previous sprints. Oh, I don't have to. I have an inch and a quarter of sock knitting done today, also. And that's on 2 sprints.
Stretch.
2 sprints. So 40 minutes.
Stretch.
Wait. As for doing more, I could do another one and then I'd be done. I think one more and then I'm finished.
All right. That sounds good. One more sprint. What do I want to work on? I'm curious about how much sock I can actually get done now.
Sure, pick up your sock. I see where I'm thinking it's like one more sprint, like another 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I might be at the thumb. Like I might be at the point where I'm seaming up the side of the fingerless mitten and doing the thumb, which would be pretty exciting.
Don't think that progress marker is accurate for this week, so I'm going to move it up so I know precisely how much sock I can get done in 25 minutes. Oh my gosh. Struggle. There I go. It's the socks we all know and love. We're going to have a party when I finally finish this thing. Also says heel turned, gusset decreases started. I just have straight sock knitting. In an ideal world, I would finish because it's only like an inch and a half. But I don't think I'm gonna knit an inch and a half in 25 minutes. I think half an inch is probably more accurate.
A lot with that attitude.
I am not. Oh. I am not a knitting machine. Hey, there's toast. I should eat that. All right. Are we ready for the last sprint?
I am.
Hydrate. Get the peanut butter off my face. So I'm not sitting around with peanut butter on my face like a child for the next 25 minutes on the internet. All right. Last sprint. 3, 2, 1, go.
Got the soundtrack for the theme song for Fairy Tale running through my head today.
I actually don't remember what the theme song is.
It changes a lot. I'm just past the 7-year gap. So we've just started the Lucy arc with the Celestial Wizards and the Timekeeping.
I've apparently retained basically none of the plot to Fairy Tale.
I am thoroughly enjoying the rewatch.
Also, suddenly there was an empty wine bottle here.
How
Luckily,
did that
it's just
happen?
half full. Oh, gee, I wonder who drank that. I should have some words with them.
Gotta talk to that roommate of yours drinking your wine. How rude.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have to figure out why Chrome crashed, why it won't reopen. Susanna has done 52 invoices, 6 supplies, lots of corrections needed, and different number of lines per invoice. Still, that's not bad for an afternoon. Wait, it's not even like that far into the afternoon for you. You're doing great.
And it's a great amount of work to be done on a Saturday.
She says, I'm off to a friend's now to make sure I have all my ducks in a row for Friday.
Makes sense.
Definitely got to get the ducks in a row. Row ducks are much better than unrow ducks. My nail polish is starting to come off. But it's like the gel polish, so like just the edge is lifting and stuff's catching underneath it, like yarn.
Ugh.
It's very annoying. Gonna have to take that off. Bye, Susanna.
Bye, Susanna.
Must knit faster, but not so fast that I drop stitches, because that'll make me knit slower. I should not look at what I'm doing. That will actually make me more likely to mess up. We've been streaming for over 3 hours.
It's true, we have been.
I wonder my butt feels flat. Definitely got to do some not sitting for a little bit after this. I think I've run out of words to say. I used them all last episode. I said all of the words, and now I have none left.
I can't wait until it's citrus fruit season.
What happens in citrus fruit season besides there's citrus fruit?
I buy a lot of lemons. Because I discovered this winter, you can just freeze fresh lemons.
Oh, what?
You just chuck them in the freezer.
And you just thaw them out and they're fine?
Yep. It's like cabbage.
Well, this is important to know.
Given I have a high addiction to lemonade and all things lemon flavored, yes, yes, it is. Do you know what that means? You get fresh blueberries and fresh lemons when they're in season and you freeze them, and then you can make lemon blueberry scones in the middle of winter and have a touch of spring. Hello.
Well. Also says, you had plenty of words left for today, but 3 hours of talking. Well, okay, I suppose. My feet are still cold, and the rest of me is still warm. Less warm now that I'm not working on sweaters, but still. It's very unfair.
I wish I
like
remember the name of the sweater that Aaron had me try on yesterday.
I can't help you.
Now it's bugging me because I don't remember.
Oh, also says slice fresh lemons, freeze them, and use as ice cubes in water.
Also an option.
I'm weird and I don't like ice in my water. Apparently this is a weird thing. Apparently everybody likes cold water. I like room temperature water.
I like cold water. Like make your teeth ache cold water.
I really don't like cold water.
That's fair.
Drink it. It's too cold. I need to wait until it warms up and then I can drink it. Unless it's really hot out, in which case I like cold water, because it's hot.
Oh, all the time cold water. I'll drink room temperature water, but I don't like it as much as I like cold water.
Room temperature is not quite right. I mean, like... whatever the water temperature is that it comes out of the filtered tap, because there's no temperature control on that, so like whatever pipe cold temperature, but not like cold.
Oh, I love me some cold water.
I don't know. I don't understand how people drink cold water. It just doesn't feel good.
Oh, it feels amazing. So good. I, in fact, may go indulge in some ice cold water after this.
I don't know. I suppose I don't have to get it. I'll just be over here with my room temperature water. Well, slightly below room temperature water. Though I guess the water that's been sitting here for 3 hours is definitely room temperature,
Yes, it would be.
which suits me just fine.
We should play some Tiny Tina's this week.
Sure. Just running through the week. Monday's Bill Nye.
Yep.
I don't think I have anything else going on.
Tuesday's recovery from Bill Nye.
I don't imagine it's going to be that wild. I think it starts at 8 or something, so not like I'm going to be out super late.
I don't have anything this week's on the books. I might be going to my brother-in-law and sister's house for dinner at some point, but they made no firm plans.
Just consult my calendar quickly.
It was more like when I was giving him my sister's birthday present, which he finally picked up yesterday, late last night. He was, oh, we should do dinner next week. And I went, oh, that sounds lovely. Let me know which day works best for you. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Well, I do have gaming in my calendar repeating on Tuesdays, so
Tuesday it is.
Tuesday it is. It's already there.
Works for me. Mostly I want to go shoot things with a gun. Then spend 25 minutes trying to figure out how to fall down a hole.
That was a journey.
Oh my god.
No, you're in the. I can see on the mini map. You're going the wrong way. Come back this way. I think you might be stuck on a wall.
Okay, I was stuck on a wall.
Come towards the glowy thing. Keep coming towards the. Keep coming
what
towards
we really
the glowy
need
thing.
to do is I really need to share my screen when we play that game.
We'll just share your screen.
I know, just so everybody else can also yell at me after the fact. Tell me where to go. I accidentally switched my feet because I've got them crossed at the ankles. And I disturbed the monster I got snorted at.
Oh no, not a snort.
That long drawn out, I was sleeping snort.
Yeah, I know that sound. How dare you move her pillow?
Pretty much. Pillow was numb, it had to move.
Also says we need to do After Dark Marshmallow Men.
Oh yes, you would fall flat. Nothing says friendship and bonding like having Diana throw me around by my head.
I was trying to help.
You really were.
I was trying so hard to help. I didn't mean to throw you down the ravine. Sorry.
It was so good. I was laughing so hard I was of no use whatsoever. We haven't played any Human Fall Flat in ages. We can totally do that.
Oh, and some crime cleaning. So we have requests.
Crime cleaning. It's just because everybody wants me to watch my character jiggle the dead bodies like they're dancing. And spill copious buckets of water. Water buckets.
How many buckets of water, buckets of dirty water did I kick over and have to get a fresh bucket to clean up?
So many.
Invariably, the stupid machine just makes more of a mess instead of giving me a bucket of water.
Yep. Randomly spits out body parts. You're like, that's not what I requested.
Who even comes up with a game like that? I guess a similar person to the type of person that plays a game like that.
I love it. Have we unlocked any of the other areas yet to get into?
Oh, I don't even know.
I don't think so. There's doors to open. I just haven't figured out how to open them. figured it made sense to finish cleaning the one area first before I opened up a new area to clean.
That would make sense.
There's no way I can finish this and do all the baking I want to do, and make dinner, and cut out and start sewing a skirt, and finish laundry.
I was kind of wondering about that list of things from earlier.
I'm trying to add stuff to the list.
I
Not
don't
trying to take away. I'm trying to add to it.
I don't think you can. I think that's already an extremely ambitious list,
I don't think
and I
it's that
don't think there's any space
ambitious.
in it.
Oh, there's totally space in there to do the dishwasher and clean the cat box for the day and prep garbage to take out for tomorrow. There's totally space there to do that.
If you say so. I like my list. Laundry. Eat real food for dinner.
Yeah.
Knit and watch Critical Role.
Yes, you're behind. You need to catch up.
Yeah. It's critical. Critical Role is critical.
It is.
It's critical. I'm rolling behind.
Oh no. She's on a roll, guys.
No, no. So I cleaned the shelves that are beside my desk the other day.
Yes. Yeah.
And now
I watched
I
you.
have a. No, I mean
Start that cleaning process.
the ones beside my shelf, or like the ones over here off screen, not the ones behind me.
Okay, okay.
Because I hadn't actually cleaned those, and by clean I mean organize. I hadn't actually organized those ever. I just started like putting stuff on them as we moved in, and then like moving stuff around, but I never actually specifically organized them. So I finally did that. But all this to say, I now have two empty cubes in my cube shelf, and I think that means I need some plants.
Sure. Did you pull the rest of your yarn out? Does it fit into your yarn space?
Oh no, it definitely doesn't. The yarn in my closet definitely does not fit into the space behind me. I have uh, three of those Karen anniversary cakes, if you recall,
I do.
and maybe a sweater quantity of bulky acrylic,
Yep.
possibly a second one. And I have the bin of kits, which is not a full bin, but like I have a plastic tote that is, I believe, at least half full with kits.
We
Like,
need to
I
get you
need a second
crafting.
organizing session just to go through the stuff in my closet.
You need to craft more, dear.
I need to figure out what's in my closet so that I know what I can craft. And if maybe I can let go of some of the things in there. Because I probably can. It's also where all my tools are that aren't very organized, and I definitely have at least one box of vintage knitting patterns in there, which would be really fun to go through.
Oh, I'd love to go through the vintage knitting patterns.
When I. So, okay. Order of operations for this content schedule. At some point, there will be a part 2 of cleaning my stash organizing, part 2. After which I will know where my box of patterns is, and that at a separate time there can be a vintage pattern flip through, and we can look at. I'll figure out how to do like a top-down view on my desk, and we can look at vintage patterns. I think I have things as early as maybe the late 30s, definitely early 40s, through like the 80s. I suppose 90s counts as vintage now too, but I don't know if I have
Sure
much of that.
does.
Ugh, I'm vintage.
You are.
Does that mean I'm on trend? Vintage things are on trend.
It depends on what age of vintage.
think I'm the wrong age of vintage. Because despite being from the era where all the Y2K stuff was happening the first time, and that being very on trend right now, I would not be doing the reimagined trend correctly because I would be doing it the way we did it back in my day, and not the modern way, and so I'd be doing it wrong, and that would be marking me as being old. I think that's how that works.
Yes. There are some trends I've let pass by because I've already done them.
The butterfly clips and the stretchy lace choker things.
Did those.
Yeah.
What is it I like to say? I'm old enough. I've done print on sweatpants twice.
So you've done what, sweatpants?
Print on sweatpants twice.
Oh. Print on sweatpants was ever not a thing?
Yeah. It just changed the locations
That's fair.
as to where the words were printed.
Never understood pants that had printing on the bum. I mean, I do get it now, but I didn't at the time. But also, just from a practical standpoint, like, wouldn't that rub off? Because you're sitting on that all day. Or
It's
maybe they're
fast
not
fashion.
pants.
You're not supposed to have it for more than a year or two, dear.
Yeah, I suppose. Then it probably doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
also probably not the sort of thing that you wear when you're planning on sitting down all day. It's probably the sort of thing when you wear when you're planning on standing up for most of the day.
Yeah. Well, going out to the bar.
There's so much stuff that I didn't get. It's amazing to think back now, like, oh, I thought that's what. Oh, you poor sweet innocent child. That's not what that is.
Many trends I don't miss. Some trends I do.
I've heard rumblings that low-rise pants are coming back, and I'm sad about it.
That's fine, I don't care.
Oh yeah, you don't even wear jeans, so it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't
But
matter.
I dread the day when all jeans are low-rise again. Like, I
If
just
anything,
want pants that stay up when I sit down, please.
low rise pants might actually be wearable for me because they'd sit lower on the scar.
I hadn't considered that.
But I'm not a jean fan. So
I was just always so annoyed that no matter what you did, the low-rise pants just you sit down and they're just down and there's nothing you can do about it. And you can't even just buy higher-rise jeans because there weren't any. Also says, so many trends I hope never come back. Today's teens should find their own trends, not reuse ours. I mean, we were reusing the 60s.
I
So
miss
they're
bell bottoms.
reusing our reuse of the 60s and 70s.
I miss bell bottom jeans. Those jeans I'd wear again.
I still kind of miss my bedazzled pink tie-dye jeans from when I was like 10. I don't
Denim
think they
mini
were bell
skirts.
bottom.
Denim mini skirts with tights underneath. I'd wear those again.
I missed that trend.
I'm not into
Yoga pants are back,
overalls.
but they're called flared leggings now. Apparently there's a difference.
There's no difference.
No, they're yoga pants. They're not yoga pants.
When people bought them when they wore yoga pants, they weren't doing yoga in them anyway. They were already flared leggings.
This is true.
All right. Measure time. What are we doing?
Ow. That was supposed to be a stretch, not a crunch. Ow.
How much time do we have left in this sprint?
Just over a minute. It might be just
Think
enough time for me to finish this round.
I'm going to push it. I'm going to finish this last row because I've done the body of this mitten.
Do it. Also, I had the trends of the 70s and child trends of the 60s. Lisa says, my friend super thin wore low-rise pants during her pregnancy because she couldn't find maternity clothes in her size. Oh, that would be such a challenge. Modern clothing really doesn't account for dramatic shifts in size in the same body. It's very unfair. Ten seconds left. No, I split my yarn. Hang on, I have like 5 stitches left. I'm just gonna finish. Okay. Alright, so the results are in. Of how much sock I can knit in 25 minutes, and the answer is slightly over half an inch.
So you think about it, you've got a 6-inch, 7-inch foot.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't measure. But yeah, it's about, because a finger width is about half an inch. So it's a little bit more than half an inch.
Oh, those are Mr. Diana socks. So like they're what, 8 inches in length?
Oh, I don't even know. I got him to put them on his feet until they looked like the right size.
That's the second sock, so you can just measure the first sock and find out.
Yeah. And it means... Ooh. I think this means I have roughly one more sprint worth of knitting to get to the toe. Oh. Well, maybe I can have an FO tomorrow. If I finish the sock, that would be a finished pair of socks.
It would be. Look, body done. So Yay. We went from this much ribbing to a body in 2 sprints.
Those are fast.
All that's left
I got lots to knit on my new project. Thanks, ladies.
I just need to find my darning needle so I can seam things. Son of a.
Oh no, it's raining again. That's gross.
Oh no, it's raining. Thanks for the backup snips also. Came in handy.
Alright. I think.
And I definitely have enough for a thumb.
Oh, definitely. Ah, yes, there's the rain. Delightful.
Oh.
Also finished the gusset decreases. Now just knitting until the toes. Nikki got probably collectively 3 inches of sock knitting and spinning done. Nice.
Excellent.
I got a little on a lot of things. I have a lot of things to talk about tomorrow. Maybe one finish.
3.
That is nowhere near finished, so I'll put that away.
I have 3 right now. 4 right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Cool.
I have 5 things to talk about tomorrow, hopefully one of which is a finish. A full finish, not even a half finish.
So if I don't pick anything new up, Diana has to go first. Which always
Hmm.
weirds her out, people.
It does.
There is temptation here. There is temptation here.
Okay.
Perfect. On the bright side, that means we're good. We're
Yeah.
done.
Okay. I'm gonna turn off the stream
Ta-da!
now because I need to get up and stretch and do laundry like an
I
adult.
need to show you my screen before you run away.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Also says has
See
about an hour of knitting for the
ya.
sock. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna finish the sock. I'm gonna finish the sock tonight. I'm gonna watch Critical
Okay.
Role and finish the sock. Okay. Bye.